cooperation and efforts to combat cybercrime and human trafficking. Myanmar remains a key strategic neighbor for India, sharing a 1,643-kilometer land border and a maritime boundary in the Bay of Bengal. The two countries have worked closely on border security and intelligence sharing, particularly against insurgent groups operating along the frontier. The visit comes amid ongoing international scrutiny of Myanmar's military-backed government, which has faced criticism from Western countries since the 2021 military takeover. India, however, has maintained engagement with Myanmar, arguing that dialogue and cooperation remain important for regional stability and shared security interests. Meanwhile, bilateral trade between India and Myanmar stood at nearly $2 billion during the last financial year, with both sides looking to expand economic ties further. The meeting underscores India's continued focus on neighborhood engagement and its broader Act East policy in the region.
All right, viewers, now Russia's drone campaign against Ukraine continues unabated. Overnight strikes targeted the southern port city of Odessa, leaving multiple people injured and damaging residential as well as industrial infrastructure.
That's right. Ukrainian emergency officials say that the attack sparked fires across many locations, while rescue efforts were repeatedly disrupted by fresh air raid alerts and additional explosions. Take a look at this report for more.
Russia launched an overnight drone attack on the Ukrainian port city of Odessa. At least 6 people were injured in the strikes, with 2 people hospitalized. Residential buildings suffered significant damage as drones struck populated areas. Balconies and facades of a multi-story apartment blocks severely. Emergency responders rescued one resident trapped inside the affected building.
Сьогодні вночі Росія масово атакувала Одещину ударними безпілотниками. Пошкоджено балкони і фасади з 1 по 4 поверх 9-поверхівки, вибито скління в будівлі. Там постраждали 2 особи. Одну людину вдалося врятувати вогнеборцям. Значних руйнувань з подальшим загоранням зазнали 1- та 2-поверхові житлові будинки. Також горів ангар з пшеницею, складські приміщення з харчовим обладнанням. Пошкоджено лінію теплотраси та адмінбудівлю. Вогнем знищено 3 легкових автомобілі. Ліквідацію наслідків ускладнювали повторні сигнали повітряної тривоги, під час яких були нові влучання. Понад 90 рятувальників взяли участь у ліквідації наслідків атаки сьогодні вночі на Одесу. Також з нами працювали добровольці. За попередньою інформацією, 6 осіб постраждали. 2 з них госпіталізовані.
Industrial and civilian infrastructure also came under fire, triggering multiple blazes across the city. A wheat barn, storage facility, administrative building, and several vehicles were damaged. Rescue operations faced repeated interruptions as fresh air raid warnings and explosions were reported. With more than 90 rescuers deployed overnight, authorities continue assessing the damage as Russia's drone attack against Ukrainian cities shows no sign of slowing down.
And let's move ahead, Shivam, to some of the other stories coming in. We'll put our focus to the other global stories making the news all over the globe.
In international wraps, yes.
Malaysia has begun enforcing new rules and bars children under 16 from opening social media accounts. Platforms including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube must introduce age verification systems and block underage users. Existing users identified as minors will be given time to download or transfer their data before restrictions are enforced. Authorities say that the move is aimed at improving online safety, though critics have raised concerns over privacy and surveillance.
A powerful explosion rocked a fireworks factory in Malta, sending thick plumes of smoke into the city. The blast occurred at the Lourdes fireworks factory early Monday morning. The cause of the explosion remains under investigation.
Tens of thousands of ultra-Orthodox Jews took to the streets across Israel to protest mandatory military service. Demonstrators blocked highways, disrupted train services and clashed with police in many locations. The protests come amid growing pressure to end long-standing exemptions that allow many religious students to avoid conscription. The issue has become increasingly contentious as Israel's military faces manpower shortage during multiple ongoing conflicts.
An Israeli airstrike near a hospital in the Lebanese city of Tyre caused significant damage to the medical facility. According to Lebanon's health ministry, videos showed frightened patients and shattered windows inside the hospital. The strike comes amid escalating cross-border hostilities, with Israel intensifying operations in Lebanon and Hezbollah continuing rocket attacks into northern Israel. All right, viewers, now let's move on to another top story. Now, India and Australia have reaffirmed their commitment to deepening defence and security ties, with Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Australian PM, and Defence Minister Richard Marles holding high-level talks in New Delhi, Shivang.
That's right. The two sides reviewed progress on maritime cooperation, defence industry collaboration and military as well, while also underscoring their shared vision for a free, open and secure Indo-Pacific. Here's a full report. Take a look.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh welcomed Australian Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Richard Marles into New Delhi for the second India-Australia Defence Ministers dialogue. The two leaders reviewed the growing strategic partnership and discussed ways to deepen defence and security cooperation. Maritime security emerged as a major focus area, with both sides reviewing progress on the joint maritime security collaboration roadmap. The ministers agreed to enhance maritime domain awareness and strengthen cooperation between their naval and coast guard forces. India and Australia also reaffirmed their commitment to a free, open, stable and prosperous Indo-Pacific region. The two countries stressed the importance of freedom of navigation, overflight and unimpeded trade in accordance with international law. The ministers also announced plans to begin work on a new memorandum of understanding covering defence articles and defence services. Defence industrial cooperation was another key area of discussion, with both countries seeking stronger collaboration in manufacturing and research. The dialogue also reviewed participation in major bilateral and multinational exercises, including Milan, Kakadu, Ostra Hind and Talisman Sabre. As Quad partners, India and Australia also reiterated support for stronger maritime surveillance cooperation across the Indo-Pacific.
All right, viewers, now let's move on and get you all the top stories from the world of sports in Sports Wraps.
Yes, let's get started. Cricket, football, tennis and a lot more.
The International Cricket Council Board announced that Cricket Canada has been suspended from ICC membership with immediate effect following a significant violation of its membership obligations. The decision was made at the conclusion of the board's meetings in Ahmedabad.
James Milner, the former Liverpool vice-captain, has now officially retired after an illustrious career that stretched over 20 years. The Premier League's all-time record appearance holder spent 8 seasons at on-field following his free transfer 2015, making 332 appearances across all competitions and contributing 26 goals along with 45 assists.
Australian Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Richard Marles described Indian cricket star Virat Kohli as a huge name in Australia. While commending the close ties between the two countries, he also voiced admiration for legendary cricketer Kapil Dev and underscored the strong India-Australia relationship during his participation in the Manobal event.
Serena Williams is making her comeback to professional tennis at the age of 44, nearly 4 years after stepping away from the sport. 23th Grand Slam singles champion has now accepted a wild card entry to compete in doubles at the upcoming Queen's Club Grass Court tournament in London, the WTA Tour announced.
Paris Saint-Germain brought their Champions League triumph to the French Open as Ballon d'Or winner Ousmane Dembélé and Three teammates showcased the trophy to tennis fans, joining Dembele on the sunlit Philippe Chatrier court over Bradley Barcola, Warren Gier-Emery and Desire Du, who received a standing ovation from the crowd.
A 70-foot statue of football legend Lionel Messi, installed along VIP Road in Kolkata's Lake Town, was dismantled after residents raised safety concerns, noting that the structure swayed in strong winds. The statue had been erected in December last year, ahead of the FIFA World Cup champions' much-anticipated tour to India.
All right, viewers, now let's move on to another top story. Now, 17-year-old Surya Pratap Chauhan was tragically murdered in Khura, Ghaziabad on Bakrid. Asad, the main accused in the case, allegedly told him, "Tumne kabhi bakra halal hote dekha hai? Aao dikhate hain." Surya reportedly tried to walk away before he was stabbed repeatedly in the abdomen, leading to his demise.
Listen in to Republic's Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami as he questions why the woke commentators are silent now when a Hindu teenager has been targeted and butchered under such shocking circumstances.
The problem with our country's media is they want to always walk that fine line of fake neutrality. They don't want to take a position on a case like that of a 17-year-old boy called Surya. Surya was killed. He was killed and stabbed to death on Bakr Eid by people who wanted him to watch them halal a goat. The problem with this Hindu boy Surya is that he did not want to watch a goat being sacrificed and then being bled to death. It offended him. Maybe it offended his personal sensitivities, maybe, and we should be ready to say this, maybe it offended his religious sensitivities. Are the religious sensitivities of Hindus not something the Indian media should talk about? Are sensitivities only for those from the minority communities or Muslims? What happens when Surya refused to watch a goat being bled to death? He was stabbed to death himself by a person who called himself his friend. And my point is this, ladies and gentlemen, we do not want to even take the names of the accused in this case. Because, you see, the main accused is Asad. Others named are Nawab, Farhan, Atif, and one more. Total 5 accused. Total 5 accused. The media is avoiding talking about this case as strongly as it should, especially the so-called English-speaking media, because they want to be secular. Is this secularism? Is remaining quiet about the killing of Surya secularism? Does saying that Hindu lives matter, does it make you communal? And do Hindus, are they not supposed to have any sensitivities? If Muslims are so sensitive, so vocal, that if someone infringes on their rights, on their freedom, on their liberties, on their feelings, they hit back against their so-called oppressors. I'm asking tonight, what about the sentiments of the Hindu community? Why are the wokes quiet about a 17-year-old boy who was killed because he refused to watch a goat being sacrificed? No one spoke about it loudly enough, because you see, if you speak on this, the wokes will say, you're majoritarianism, you're being majoritarian, rubbish. None of them spoke about it. Rahul Gandhi, pin drop silence, did not speak about it. Naturally, Asaduddin did not speak. Where was Asaduddin Owaisi's condemnation of Surya's murder? On 30th May 2026, he spoke about namaz on roads the very day after Surya was murdered. He did not speak. He will speak on namaz on roads, which is wrong. But he did not speak a single word about a 17-year-old Hindu boy who was first taunted and then stabbed on Bakr Eid to make a point. they wanted to make a point of stabbing and killing a Hindu boy. Problem in our country, some people are so secular, they don't want to talk about it. Where was the president of the Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind, Maulana Arshad Madni, so loud, often speaking about the politics of intimidation? Where was he? Where was he? Was that halal taunt to Syria communalism or not? 7 armed men ambushing a Hindu boy on Bakr Eid, was it the politics of intimidation or not? Where is the pseudo-secular lobby today? All quiet, ladies and gentlemen. All of them who always speak on every other case were woefully silent. All these voices, ladies and gentlemen, ranging from Owaisi, Maulana Arshad Madni, Shahi Imam Syed Ahmad Bukhari, and the usual ecosystem of secular intellectuals, activists and opposition leaders, they all spoke so much on the Nupur Sharma case, but they did not speak on Syria. And that is my only point tonight. Why was Syria killed? Do Hindu lives matter or not?
And let's move ahead. We go to West Bengal. A political storm is brewing inside West Bengal's ruling TMC Republic. Bangla has accessed documents that allegedly point to a rebellion within the party, with claims that over 20 MLAs are unhappy with a key decision taken by the leadership. The controversy centers around nomination of the leader of opposition and allegations of forged signatures on a party resolution. 2 MLAs have openly challenged the process, leading to their expulsion from the party, while the CID probe into alleged fake signature has added a fresh twist to the political drama. And Shivam, what we see is that this is an update which is coming in from West Bengal. There seems to be a big division within the TMC.
A massive political storm brewing in West Bengal. Following recent friction within AAP, rumors are now swirling that TMC is on the brink of a major internal breakup. According to a big political scoop by Republic Bangla, a rebel faction of 22 TMC MLAs is reportedly preparing to break away. The unfolding revolt is allegedly being led by Ritabrata Banerjee. Republic has accessed a signed document showing that the rebel faction is openly challenging the decisions made by Abhishek Banerjee-led camp, specifically questioning the choice of the leader of opposition. TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee had written to the Assembly Secretariat nominating Sovandep Chattopadhyay for the post. But Speaker Ratindra Bose insisted that the nomination must be supported by signatures of party MLAs through a formal resolution process. During scrutiny of the submitted documents, alleged discrepancies in several signatures surfaced. The internal friction has intensified following the formation of a SIT tasked with probing an alleged fake signature case tied to the LOP nomination.
इस पार्टी में जो नैतिकता का बात करेंगे वो एंटी पार्टी एक्टिविटीज ही माना जाएगा, क्योंकि दल कोई नैतिक काम करता नहीं है। एक अटेंडेंस शीट को रेजोल्यूशन में बना के, उसको रेजोल्यूशन बना के उस पे जो विधायक उपस्थित नहीं थे उनके नाम ब्लॉक लेटर में लिख के जमा दिया जाता है कि ये है रेजोल्यूशन, इसके द्वारा लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन को मान्यता देना चाहिए। ऐसा विधानसभा के जो आइन है उस आइन को नहीं मानते हुए करना, इसके खिलाफ प्रश्न तो उठाना ही चाहिए। हम लोग शपथ लिए हैं और शपथ को रक्षा करना हम लोग का नैतिक कर्तव्य है। आज अगर नैतिकता के लिए हम लोग को दल से सस्पेंड किया गया है, हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं, क्योंकि अगर नैतिक काम करना हर विधायक का कर्तव्य है, वही हम लोग किए हैं और दल अनैतिक काम को ही समर्थन करता है। आज दल के इस पदक्षेप से ये साफ जाहिर हो चुका है।
2 TMC MLAs Rituproto Banerjee and Sandipan Shaha have alleged that no such resolution ever took place or was signed, claiming the entire document is manufactured and fabricated. The TMC has now expelled the 2 MLAs, citing anti-party activities.
पार्टी का मीटिंग में जब हम लोग दूसरी बार गए थे, वहां जब साइन किया गया था तो बोला गया था 19 तारीख मीटिंग है, मगर आप साइन कर रहे हैं, मगर डेट दीजिए 6 तारीख। अगर आप पूछेंगे आप तब क्यों नहीं बोले, इतना हिम्मत नहीं था। फिर जब साइन कर रहे थे तब देखे मैं और संदीपन थोड़ा पीछे साइन किया था, मैंने बाद में, पहले बहुत लोग का साइन हो गया था। देखा ऐसे बहुत सारे नाम हैं जो लोग मीटिंग में नहीं है। अभिषेक बैनर्जी का ऑफिस के कुछ लोग वो खाता लेकर घूम रहे थे, तो वो लोग ने ये नाम सिग्नेचर वगैरह देखे, जो एमएलए है नहीं उन लोगों का नाम हुआ है। तो हम लोगों को लगा स्पीकर का कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी नहीं होता है, बोला जा रहा है कि हम लोग बीजेपी को मदद कर रहे हैं।
The drama over forged signatures intensifies as TMC Abhishek Banerjee was served with second summon notice by CID after he skipped the first one citing health reasons. With these recent wedges being created within the party and by its own party members, setback for the TMC seems to have no end.
All right, viewers, now it's time to slip into a short commercial break. But Shivangi, there's a lot more that's happening when it comes to Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu.
That's right. Trump lashes out at Netanyahu over phone call and says, "You would be in prison if it was not for me." Stay tuned. We are live this morning.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several issues, I'm happy to be called a right-winger. But ladies and gentlemen, let me put it clearly. You cannot let a person like this.
Kiriwala Singh and Samar Singh, they are now being brought back to their house again for this particular recreation.
तुइसा का एक डमी डेड बॉडी बनाई जिसे फंदे पर लटकाया गया.
Live pictures coming in. First and exclusive on Republic TV. A CBI team arrived carrying a dummy body. We can clearly see that Samarth is at the scene. And we also understand there's a lot of focus on the belt.
अभी लाइव तस्वीरों आप देखिए, समर्थ से कुछ पूछताछ हो रही है. सीबीआई के अफसर उससे पूछ रहे हैं कि कैसे उतारा या कितनी नोट थी इस फंदे पर.
Nature, the distribution and the pattern, what we say, of those injuries definitely doesn't correspond to the so-called accidental in nature. It is a non-accidental injury, we call. That means maybe you're resulting out of a so-called an assault. So that will definitely be substantiated by the statement given. If there is a discrepancy, again the witnesses will turn out to be suspects or so-called accused.
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने.
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ. सोच बदलो और बैंक भी.
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं.
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा. रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना.
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं. रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the
Hello and a very good morning. You're watching Live and Breaking. My name is Nayan, and today Republic is going to give you a big political scoop. TMC is on the verge of a breakup with AAP. Now, this is something that Republic brings to you. With 22 of TMC's MLA likely to break away, we're going to give you all of those information. But first up, the headlines. Republic gets a big political scoop. TMC on the verge of a breakup with AAP. In fact, 22 of TMC's MLAs likely to break away. BJP leader Annamalai is in Delhi and is going to meet BJP top brass amid the speculation over new political movement. Now, Donald Trump reportedly lashes out on Benjamin Netanyahu over the Lebanon escalation on a phone call, says, "You would be in prison if it wasn't for me." Iran suspends all negotiations with US over Israeli attacks on Lebanon, demands complete halt on all military operations. After Iran suspends talks with America, Trump claims talks with Iran are continuing. All right, viewers, we have a big breaking news. The CBSE has launched an open online re-evaluation portal. Now, this was something that was after repeated requests from the students that they wanted to get their examination papers, their examination results, some subjects to be re-evaluated. And now the CBSE has launched an open online re-evaluation portal. Now, this online re-evaluation portal opens amid the OSM row. Now, if you remember, the Central Board of the Secondary Education had opened this portal because of the verification of the marks and re-evaluation of class 12 students who had issues with their OMS papers. Now, in the notification to the student, the board has announced that this verification and re-evaluation portal is now live and advised the candidates, the students of class 12, to carefully follow the application process. Now, this also comes amidst when this is in a bid to minimize technical errors and to ensure a smooth application process, because this was something that the incorrect subject selection or payment errors or the rejection of applications or the video tutorial, all of this, were the common mistakes that were performed. And now this portal can be accessed by the students on their official website. Now, upon clicking on this website, one can easily, offer their verification of marks, where, the board will check for the unchecked answers or maybe a totaling error. And a re-evaluation can also be done where a designated examiner will review the answer script again. Now, for this, my friend and colleague Saurabh has joined us on a phone call. Saurabh, this is a big relief for class 12 students, because they've been some of them have totaling errors, the others want re-evaluation, and amidst all of this, CBSE has given access to this portal. Your update on this so far?
Yes, now the CBSE evaluation portal is live, and the students can go to that portal and fill their request for the evaluation and the verification of the answer sheets, which this comes amid a time when the students were facing problems regarding the revaluation, regarding filling the request for the revaluation of their answer sheets, and they were also facing problems regarding the payment. There were payment errors, there were technical issues, and several students who have applied for the revaluation. In that revaluation, it came that their answer sheets were blurred, and that is why their marks were cut in the latest results. And now, because of that, the CBSE has issued a statement regarding this, and they have claimed that this kind of thing will not happen again, and they have roped in several IIT experts and the online hackers, and they have said that they have now made and updated the system, and because of this system, the students will be able to fill their answer sheet and the evaluation request in a transparent manner. And now there will be no technical issue on the website, and the payment and the students will be able to make the payment very easily. And now there will be no site crashes, and this portal is renewed, and this portal is backed by a heavy security, so that no one can hack this website, as several IIT experts and the online hackers and the cybersecurity experts have been roped in by the CBSE to build this new online platform. And finally, after a long wait, this new platform of the CBSE evaluation is now live, and students now can go on this platform and they can send their request for the evaluation, they can make the payments, and they can also make the request for the updated answer sheets, and their answer sheets should be again reposted for the revaluation purposes. And as in the previous portal, these answer sheets were blurred when they put in a request and they got the revaluation mark sheet which they downloaded. And after the download, they found out that their answer sheets which were uploaded on the portal for the OSM and the marking system, they were blurred. Because of that, their marks were cut in the previous results, and now the students can go on this platform and they can again submit their request. Back to you.
Right, Saurabh, thank you. In fact, the Education Ministry has also initiated an internal crackdown over the alleged irregularities in the process. But Saurabh, thank you for giving us all of those updates about how the reposting is going to be done and how smoothened this process is going to be. Now, viewers, another time for a big breaking news, because the ex-judge Giribala's CBI custody is going to end today. Now, as we know, Giribala was under the CBI's custody till the 2nd of June, but today it ends, and CBI is going to present ex-judge Giribala in the Madhya Pradesh court. Now, this was something that it's been a part of Republic's campaign. We all pledged together to make sure we ran a campaign where Giribala's should be put under some kind of custodial custody of the CBI. And now, in the Madhya Pradesh court, CBI is likely to ask Giribala's custody extension. Now, of course, Giribala has not been able to answer a lot of the questions in a very direct manner, and this probe has been on for a really long time. And as we know, CBI is going to present ex-judge Giribala in the Madhya Pradesh court today, and CBI is likely to ask for an extension in the custody. And this has only come about because of all of these questions that were directed to Giribala during her interrogation and to Samart Singh, and she was not able to answer many of these questions in a direct and correct manner, which is why now the CBI has asked the judge of the Madhya Pradesh court to extend her custody. Now, viewers, Nepal's parliament descended into a chaos after Prime Minister Balendra Shah's remark over the Indian territory. Now, opposition members of the Nepal government stormed up as well. And this has happened after Balendra Shah remarked on the border dispute, said that both India and Nepal had encroached each other's territories. Watch this report to get to know more.
The Nepal parliament erupted in chaos after PM Balendra Shah's remark on Indian territory. Opposition members stormed the well of the parliament, demanding that the Prime Minister either retract or prove his claim that Nepal encroached Indian land. Balendra Shah had said that both Nepal and India have encroached each other's territory, drawing sharp reactions from opposition and also reigniting focus on the Indo-Nepal border dispute.
निष्कल राईलाई म समय दिन्छु छोटकरीमा
Now, political speculation is reaching a fever pitch in Tamil Nadu after giant posters backing former BJP state president K. Annamalai surfaced across Coimbatore, urging him to lead the people. Now, the development comes amid the persistent rumors that Annamalai could be considering a new political path following the 2026 assembly elections. Now, the BJP has dismissed talks of any split, while Annamalai's latest remarks and his visit to Delhi have only added fuel to the speculation. Here's a report and everything that we know so far.
Political circles in Tamil Nadu are abuzz with speculations over K. Annamalai's next move. Massive posters were put up by supporters across Coimbatore have triggered fresh chatter over a possible new political outfit. The posters carry slogans urging Annamalai to step forward and lead ahead of his birthday celebrations. The buzz comes months after the 2026 assembly elections, where Annamalai did not contest despite expectations among supporters. Former IPS officer Annamalai emerged as one of the BJP's most recognizable faces in Tamil Nadu during his tenure as state president. Amid the speculation, Annamalai has travelled to Delhi, where he is expected to meet the BJP leadership. Sources say discussions with senior leaders are likely to focus on his future role amid the speculations. When asked about reports of a new political outfit, Annamalai stopped short of issuing a denial. Instead, he told reporters to wait for 2 days, further fueling speculation about a major announcement. Some political observers believe he may seek a larger role within the BJP, while others see sign of an independent political course. For now, the suspense continues. With Annamalai set to meet the BJP top brass in New Delhi, all eyes are on what could be a defining decision in Tamil Nadu's political landscape.
Viewers, another big breaking news. Now, tensions continue to escalate between Israel and the United States. And this has come across when Trump has called Netanyahu crazy over a telephone call. Now, reports and according to sources, President Trump lashed down on the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over Israel's escalation in Lebanon. Now, he called up the Israeli Prime Minister, and this came across in an expletive-laden call on Monday. Now, what we know so far is this has come after Iran has threatened to abandon their negotiations with the United States over Israel's action in Lebanon. This was something that completely pissed off Donald Trump. In fact, he used the F word, calling Netanyahu crazy over the phone call and accused him of ingratitude. Now, to also put the brakes on Israel's plan to strike Beirut, Trump further actually went on to say and claim that he had helped Netanyahu out of the jail, and this was a reference to his support during Netanyahu's corruption trial. Now, what we know so far that this phone call had come because of this ingratitude attitude of Netanyahu, and this was also a reference during Netanyahu's corruption trial that took place some time back. Now, however, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, and he told the US President on the phone call in return, that Israel would strike targets if in Beirut if Hezbollah continued its strike on the Israeli strikes. Now, this is a very interesting turn of events on the world front, where President Donald Trump had made a phone call to the Israeli Prime Minister, and he called him ungrateful, and he said that, he called him crazy over the phone call and accused him of ingratitude. Now, all of this because Israel plans out to strike Beirut. All right, viewers, with this, let's shift our focus to another breaking news that's coming in. IRGC has claimed strikes on a US-owned vessel explosion that had rocked the cargo ships off the Iraq's coast. Now, explosions have taken place where there has been the IRGC taking claim to strike a U.S. home. In fact, a Panama boat that was been struck by the Israeli coast, the IRGC, in fact. Now, what we know is that this is a revenge for the Oman incident that took place. Now, what we know so far is that IRGC has claimed that it has hit a US-owned vessel with a cruise missile, and this explosion that took place rocked off the entire cargo. In fact, this cargo ship was off the coast of Iraq. Now, all of this is in retaliation to a strike that was previously made by the United States. All right, viewers, 17-year-old Surya Pratap Chauhan was tragically murdered in Khoda, Ghaziabad on the Bakrid. Now, Assad, the main accused in the case, allegedly told him, "Tumhe kabhi bakra halal hote hue dekha hai? And now tumhe dikhate hain." That's what was told by Assad. In fact, Surya reported that he tried to walk away before he was stabbed repeatedly in the abdomen, now leading to his demise. Listen in to what Republic's editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami has to question on why the woke commentators are silent now when a Hindu teenager has been targeted and butchered under such shocking circumstances. Take a look.
The problem with our country's media is they want to always walk that fine line of fake neutrality. They don't want to take a position on a case like that of a 17-year-old boy called Surya. Surya was killed. He was killed and stabbed to death on Bakr Eid by people who wanted him to watch them halal a goat. The problem with this Hindu boy Surya is that he did not want to watch a goat being sacrificed and then being bled to death. It offended him. Maybe it offended his personal sensitivities. Maybe, and we should be ready to say this, maybe it offended his religious sensitivities. Are the religious sensitivities of Hindus not something the Indian media should talk about? Are sensitivities only for those from the minority communities or Muslims? What happens when Surya refused to watch a goat being bled to death? He was stabbed to death himself by a person who called himself his friend. And my point is this, ladies and gentlemen, we do not want to even take the names of the accused in this case. Because, you see, the main accused is Assad. Others named are Nawab, Farhan, Atif, and one more. Total 5 accused. Total 5 accused. The media is avoiding talking about this case as strongly as it should, especially the so-called English-speaking media, because they want to be secular. Is this secularism? Is remaining quiet about the killing of Surya secularism? Does saying that Hindu lives matter, does it make you communal? And do Hindus, are they not supposed to have any sensitivities? If Muslims are so sensitive, so vocal, that if someone infringes on their rights, on their freedom, on their liberties, on their feelings, they hit back against their so-called oppressors. I'm asking tonight, what about the sentiments of the Hindu community? Why are the wokes quiet about a 17-year-old boy who was killed because he refused to watch a goat being sacrificed? No one spoke about it loudly enough, because you see, if you speak on this, the wokes will say, you're majoritarianism, you're being majoritarian, rubbish. None of them spoke about it. Rahul Gandhi, pin drop silence, did not speak about it. Naturally, Asaduddin did not speak. Where was Asaduddin Owaisi's condemnation of Surya's murder? On 30th May 2026, he spoke about namaz on roads the very day after Surya was murdered. He did not speak. He will speak on namaz on roads, which is wrong. But he did not speak a single word about a 17-year-old Hindu boy who was first taunted and then stabbed on Bakri to make a point. They wanted to make a point of stabbing and killing a Hindu boy. Problem in our country, some people are so secular, they don't want to talk about it. Where was the president of the Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind, Maulana Arshad Madni, so loud, often speaking about the politics of intimidation? Where was he? Where was he? Was that halal taunt to Surya communalism or not? 7 armed men ambushing a Hindu boy on Bakr Eid, was it the politics of intimidation or not? Where is the pseudo-secular lobby today? All quiet, ladies and gentlemen. All of them who always speak on every other case were woefully silent. All these voices, ladies and gentlemen, ranging from Owaisi, Maulana Arshad Madni, Shahi Imam, Syed Ahmad Bukhari, and the usual ecosystem of secular intellectuals, activists and opposition leaders, they all spoke so much on the Nupur Sharma case, but they did not speak on Surya. And that is my only point tonight. Why was Surya killed? Do Hindu lives matter or not?
All right, viewers, it's time to slip into a short break, but don't go anywhere. On the other side, there are many stories lined up. Ex-judge Giribala's CBI custody is likely to end today. CBI to present Giribala in the court seeking custodial extension.
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम। AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
जब तक लाजवाब न बन जाए उसे नहीं इत्मीनान है, तभी तो रिचमैन बनना नहीं आसान है।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several...
This is a breaking news update coming in. In all likelihood, Annamalai will be by the end of this week moving out of the BJP. That's the timeline set. So things are moving extremely fast in the state of Tamil Nadu.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma. Who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention, it is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge and the ex-judge's advocate son appear to be more than involved. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 questions tonight. And if they think it's a media trial, so be it. So be it. Why did the ex-judge in the case of Twisha Sharma, neither she nor her son call a police or an ambulance? What took them 57 minutes to bring the body down? Where are the 3 men who are seen in the video dragging Twisha's body, destroying evidence? What was the police doing? Did they question the house staff? Did they question the judge? Was Twisha carrying headphones in her bag, in her hand, or a rope? Where is it now? Where is that so-called belt that cops claim was used by her to commit suicide? Why was it hidden? The mother-in-law, the ex-judge, walks up calmly while the body is being dragged down and evidence is being destroyed before the judge's eyes. Is that normal? Why don't the judges raise a hue and cry about it? Why don't the appellate courts take up this case suo motu? So people don't start believing that when an ex-judge is concerned, the victim will never get justice. Ladies and gentlemen, what was the ex-judge carrying in her hand when she went down? Where is all the CCTV footage? Did the police collect it? Why did the ex-judge's son Samarth Singh escape after bringing the body of his wife to AIMS? Is it true that the ex-judge's son's medical examination was not conducted? The police station is right behind the ex-judge's Giribala's house. Why was no call made? Why did it take 5 days to file an FIR in the case? Who stalled it? Why was the victim's family attacked in court if there's nothing to hide? And did a very senior police officer go to AIMS that night to try and fudge the post-mortem report? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking these questions. Now I ask you, am I right or wrong in asking these questions? And if I don't, who will? Will the government of Madhya Pradesh raise these questions? The Chief Minister doesn't have 30 seconds to meet the victim's family. Will the higher courts of the country raise these questions? So far, I have not seen this case being picked up by the appellate courts, though we are screaming and shouting about it. So I say tonight, what happens when other institutions fail? And if we do a media trial, should we be celebrated and supported for doing so? Was Aravali a media trial? Yes, it was. It was. Thank God for that. Thank God for that media trial which stopped the Aravalis from being destroyed. Was the Pune Porsche case a media trial where innocents were killed by a rich brat and the whole system colluded to give the rich brat a free run?
A very good morning, viewers. You're watching Republic. I'm Chongtham Amrita, and in a big major political twist in Tamil Nadu, K. Annamalai is set to form a new party. He is now meeting with in Delhi, meeting with top brass of the BJP, and he's expected to make an announcement regarding a new formation of the party very soon. We'll track all these details and get it for you, but first take a look at the headlines. Republic gets big political scoop. TMC on the verge of breakup after Aam Aadmi Party. 22 TMC MLAs likely to break away. BJP leader Annamalai in Delhi to meet BJP top brass amid speculation over new political movement. Ex-judge Giribala's CBI custody ends today. CBI likely to present Giribala in court seeking custody extension. Donald Trump reportedly lashes out at Benjamin Netanyahu over Lebanon escalation in a phone call, says, "You would be in prison if it wasn't for me." Iran suspends all negotiations with US over Israeli attacks on Lebanon, demands complete halt to all military operations. After Iran suspends talks with America, Trump claims talks with Iran is continuing. Viewers, a big breaking news coming in at this moment. CBSE has now launched and opened the online re-evaluation portal, and this particular re-evaluation portal has been opened regarding the OSM row, and students still claim that they are facing glitches in this online portal as well. The online portal provides options to mark their issues regarding the exam, and students are still facing many glitches in this particular portal. The Central Board of Secondary Education, in fact, opened the portal for verification of marks and re-evaluation for the class 12 students. In a notification to the students, the board had announced that the verification and re-evaluation portal is now live and advised candidates to carefully follow the step-by-step process in the application. But students are still claiming that they are facing glitches with the online portal. I'm now joined by my colleague Saurav, who has more information in this story. Saurav, with the portal now live for CBSE for the class 12 students still face glitches, saying that they cannot log in. There are verification failed coming up in their particular application. What's that going on? How did that come about?
Yes, earlier this day, CBSE has launched this new re-evaluation portal to aiming that this would smooth the process further for the students for submitting their request for the re-evaluation and strengthening the infrastructure of the online portal of the CBSE. However, the students have now claimed that this portal, which is launched by the CBSE, is still not working well, and there are several glitches in that portal, and they are not able to log in this portal, and the verification process is being failed while they log in. And this comes at a time when there is a whole controversy regarding the OSM, on-screen marking system, which the CBSE has followed this year, and because of which there is a huge gap between the average percentage of the students who pass the exam. And now the CBSE has launched this portal to strengthen the trust of the students into the system again. However, now still the students are facing such problems in the new portal also that they are not able to log in, and the verification of the students are being failed in this online process. However, the Ministry of Education has also said that they will take further action on the people who were involved in this online tendering of the portal, and who all are the officials involved, because of which the students have suffered so much. And now the students, the new portal is live, but the students are still facing such problems as they are not able to log in into the new portal itself. Back to you.
Saurav, do stay with us, because we have another breaking news coming in related to this particular story. As per our sources, Education Ministry has initiated action in the matter and sought a report over the awarding of the contract to COEMT. Details of the tender process and related documents have been collected for examination. As per the ministry sources, they say that strict action will be taken against officials who have been found accountable following the inquiry and regarding the CBSE OSM issue. Now, coming back to you, Saurav, this is the latest as the Education Ministry has now taken inquiry over this case in awarding the OSM and regarding the COEMT row as well. And they are saying they will be following the inquiry. And this was in the news. There has been a big issue for the students as well, caused a big issue for the students, in fact. And now with this latest announcement by the Education Ministry, there could be more investigation going on.
Yes, for the past 3 weeks, this controversy is going on where the students are facing trouble in getting their revaluation mark sheets from the CBSE, as this time a new portal has been launched and the new marking system has been introduced by the CBSE, which is called the OSM. And because of that, there is a huge passing percentage of students were there this year. And when the students have approached the CBSE for the revaluation of their mark sheets, there were several glitches found in that. There were also reports that the students' mark sheets which were uploaded on that system were blurred, and they were answer sheets were also mixed up, because of which the students have obtained less marks. And now the Education Ministry has taken the cognizance of this matter, and they have said that they will take strict action against the officials who were involved in floating this tender, and the accountability of the officials will be fixed. And I want to tell our viewers that the new portal of the revaluation has been introduced by the CBSE today, earlier this morning, and still the students are facing major glitches in that portal. They are not able to log in that portal, and because of which the students' trust is shattering on the CBSE. However, the CBSE has claimed that this new system has been introduced, and this new portal has been launched with an aim to strengthen the student trust on the marking system and the CBSE. But now, as we speak, the Ministry of Education has said that they will take strict action against the officials who were involved in the tender floating of this OSM, and they will be held accountable, and the strict action will be followed on them. And now the new portal has been launched, but still the students are facing major issues in putting up their request for the revaluation of their answer sheets and getting their papers from the CBSE. This is the major reports which we are fetching from the ground, and this CBSE is working on to strengthening this online portal, and they have also roped in several IITians and the online hackers, so that there could be transparency of the revaluation process which the students are applying for. Back to you.
That's right. Thank you for your inputs regarding the matter. Saraf, we'll get back to you shortly. And now, viewers, moving on, we have another breaking news coming in the Twisha Sharma death case. Ex-Judge Giribala's CBI custody will end today, and it will be presented before the court. The CBI will be presenting ex-Judge Giribala in the Madhya Pradesh court, and likely to ask for Giribala's custody extension, as her custody ends today. And this is coming in after Giribala was arrested by the CBI following the cancellation of her anticipatory bail a few days ago. And the CBI will be moving Giribala to the court today, likely to ask for a custody extension. The latest in the Twisha Sharma death case. I'm now joined on the phone line by my colleague Satya Vijay, who has more details into the story. Satya Vijay, very good morning to you. And we would like to know that the CBI regarding to extend the custody for Giribala, that she will be produced before the court today. Give us all the details regarding the matter.
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल देखिए, सीबीआई ने आरोपी समर सिंह और गिरिबाला सिंह का जो रिमांड दिया था उसकी अवधि आज 2 बजे के लगभग खत्म हो रही है। 5 दिन का ये रिमांड था, और सीबीआई ने इस दौरान कई अहम सवाल जवाब किए, पूछताछ की, रिक्रिएशन किया। और आज सीबीआई दिल्ली की जो स्पेशल टीम है जो इस पूरे मामले की जांच पड़ताल कर रही है, वो करीब 2 बजे के लगभग आरोपी समर्थ और गिरिबाला को कोर्ट में प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, कोर्ट में पेश करेंगे। और उम्मीद ऐसी लगाई जा रही है, कयास ये लगाए जा रहे हैं कि अभी कुछ चीजें और हैं जो सीबीआई को इन्वेस्टिगेट करनी है, तो इसलिए सीबीआई दोनों आरोपियों का रिमांड और ज्यादा मांग सकती है, कुछ और दिन का रिमांड मांग सकती है। हालांकि इसमें कोर्ट को तय करना है कि वो दोनों आरोपियों का रिमांड सीबीआई को देते हैं या नहीं। लेकिन इन 5 दिन की पूछताछ में कई ऐसी जानकारियां निकलकर सामने आई हैं जिससे सीबीआई की जांच की दिशा आगे बढ़ेगी, और सीबीआई जो दावा चार्जशीट में पेश करेगी उसके आधार पर ही आरोप तय होंगे। तो आज का दिन काफी अहम है, क्योंकि समर सिंह पहले एमपी पुलिस की रिमांड पर था, उसके बाद सीबीआई ने उसे अपनी कस्टडी में लिया, रिमांड लिया। इस दौरान गिरिबाला सिंह की गिरफ्तारी होती है, और गिरिबाला सिंह को भी 5 दिन के रिमांड पर लिया गया, जिसका टाइम पीरियड आज खत्म हो रहा है। और इस दौरान जो हमारे पास इनपुट है उसके मुताबिक सीबीआई दोबारा रिमांड की मांग करेगी, और इस दौरान आगे की और पूछताछ होगी।
And Satya Vijay, do stay with us because we have more updates coming in this matter. Giribala and Samad stayed silent while being questioned by the CBI on the injury marks found on Twisha's body. CBI had yesterday performed a scene recreation at the in-house terrace with the dummy body and created a scene on what happened on the night of May 12. And both the mother and the son duo were silent while being questioned on the marks that Twisha had on her body. Now, coming back to you, Satya Vijay, we have seen that there were several marks on her body, bruises, bluish marks all over her body. And why did they remain silent? How did the CBI question them? And what could be the reason? Can you give us more insights?
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल। देखिए, सीबीआई ने रिमांड के दौरान बंद कमरे में और इसके अलावा जहाँ कस्टडी होती है वहाँ पर भी पूछताछ की। इस दौरान रिक्रिएशन के समय पर भी सीबीआई की टीम ने गिरिवाला और समस्त को पूछताछ की। और जब रिक्रिएशन हो रहा था और उसमें जब ये बताया गया कि किस तरह से बॉडी को नीचे फंदे से निकाला, इस दौरान जो पीएम रिपोर्ट में 5 से 6 चोटों का जिक्र है, जो मल्टीपल इंजरीज का जिक्र है, ये सवाल जब गिरिवाला और समर्थ से किया गया तो वो इसका कोई जवाब नहीं दे पाया। उनसे 2 से 3 बार ये पूछा गया कि जब किसी डेड बॉडी को फंदे से ऐसे उतारते हैं तो उस दौरान ये प्रैक्टिकली संभव नहीं है कि इस तरह की चोटें उसकी बॉडी पर आए। और पीएम रिपोर्ट में ये चीज भी आई है कि ये जो चोटें हैं ये मृत्यु पूर्व की हैं, मतलब मौत होने से पहले की हैं। तो ऐसे में ये चोट कैसे आई? क्या मारपीट हुई या समर्थ ने त्विषा के साथ झूमा झटकी की, मारपीट की या उसे धमकाया? इन सब चीजों के जवाब जो है समर्थ और गिरिवाला नहीं दे पाए। उन्होंने सीबीआई इसके कई बार पूछने पर भी किसी तरह का जवाब नहीं दिया, उन्होंने चुप्पी साध ली।
What could be the reason behind their silence? Because a second post-mortem has also been conducted and that also flagged the bruises on her body. So that remains to be another key contention after the belt mystery also. That was one of the reasons behind the second post-mortem that was conducted. What are the reasons that they were silent during the questioning? This is a serious matter now. Right, we seem to have lost connection with my colleague. We will try to get back. And, well, this was the latest that we're fetching today. And this in the matter of Twisha Sharma's death case, where Giribala and Hassan were questioned yesterday in the scene recreation. And they both were silent when asked about the marks on the body of Twisha Sharma. And now, viewers, moving on to another major story. A political speculation is reaching a fever pitch in Tamil Nadu after giant posters backing former BJP state president K. Annamalai surfaced across Coimbatore, urging him to lead the people. The development comes amid persistent rumors that Annamalai could be considering a new political path following the 2026 assembly elections. While the BJP has dismissed talks of any split, Annamalai's latest remarks and his visit to Delhi have only added fuel to the speculation. Take a look at this report.
Political circles in Tamil Nadu are abuzz with speculations over K. Annamalai's next move. Massive posters were put up by supporters across Coimbatore have triggered fresh chatter over a possible new political outfit. The posters carry slogans urging Annamalai to step forward and lead ahead of his birthday celebrations. The buzz comes months after the 2026 assembly elections, where Annamalai did not contest despite expectations among supporters. Former IPS officer Annamalai emerged as one of the BJP's most recognizable faces in Tamil Nadu during his tenure as state president. Amid the speculation, Annamalai has travelled to Delhi, where he is expected to meet the BJP leadership. Sources say discussions with senior leaders are likely to focus on his future role amid the speculations. When asked about reports of a new political outfit, Annamalai stopped short of issuing a denial. Instead, he told reporters to wait for 2 days, further fueling speculation about a major announcement. Some political observers believe he may seek a larger role within the BJP, while others see sign of an independent political course. For now, the suspense continues. With Annamalai set to meet the BJP top brass in New Delhi, all eyes are on what could be a defining decision in Tamil Nadu's political landscape.
And viewers, another political storm is brewing inside West Bengal's ruling Trinamool Congress. Republic Bangla has accessed documents that allegedly point to a rebellion within the party, which claims that over 20 MLAs are unhappy with the key decisions taken by the leadership. The controversy centers around the nomination of the leader of opposition and allegations of forged signatures on a party resolution. 2 TMC MLAs have openly challenged the process, leading to their expulsion from the party, while the CID probe into the alleged fake signature case has added a fresh twist to the political drama. Here's a report. Take a look.
A massive political storm brewing in West Bengal. Following recent friction within AAP, rumors are now swirling that TMC is on the brink of a major internal breakup. According to a big political scoop by Republic Bangla, a rebel faction of 22 TMC MLAs is reportedly preparing to break away. The unfolding revolt is allegedly being led by Rita Brata Banerjee. Republic has accessed a signed document showing that the rebel faction is openly challenging the decisions made by Abhishek Banerjee-led camp, specifically questioning the choice of the leader of opposition. TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee had written to the Assembly Secretariat nominating Sovandeep Chattopadhyay for the post. But Speaker Ratindra Bose insisted that the nomination must be supported by signatures of party MLAs through a formal resolution process. During scrutiny of the submitted documents, alleged discrepancies in several signatures surfaced. The internal friction has intensified following the formation of a SIT tasked with probing an alleged fake signature case tied to the LOP nomination.
इस पार्टी में जो नैतिकता का बात करेंगे वो एंटी पार्टी एक्टिविटीज ही माना जाएगा, क्योंकि दल कोई नैतिक काम करता नहीं है। एक अटेंडेंस शीट को रेजोल्यूशन में बना के, उसको रेजोल्यूशन बना के उस पर जो विधायक उपस्थित नहीं थे उनके नाम ब्लॉक लेटर में लिख के जमा दिया जाता है कि ये है रेजोल्यूशन, इसके द्वारा लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन को मान्यता देना चाहिए। ऐसा विधानसभा के जो आइन है उस आइन को नहीं मानते हुए करना, इसके खिलाफ प्रश्न तो उठाना ही चाहिए। हम लोग शपथ लिए हैं और शपथ को रक्षा करना हम लोग का नैतिक कर्तव्य है। आज अगर नैतिकता के लिए हम लोग को दल से सस्पेंड किया गया है, हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं, क्योंकि अगर नैतिक काम करना हर विधायक का कर्तव्य है, वही हम लोग किए हैं और दल अनैतिक काम को ही समर्थन करता है। आज दल के इस पदक्षेप से ये साफ जाहिर हो चुका है।
2 TMC MLAs Ritu Proto Banerjee and Sandipan Shaha have alleged that no such resolution ever took place or was signed, claiming the entire document is manufactured and fabricated. The TMC has now expelled the 2 MLAs citing anti-party activities.
पार्टी का मीटिंग में जब हम लोग दूसरी बार गए थे, वहां जब साइन किया गया था तो बोला गया था 19 तारीख मीटिंग है, मगर आप साइन कर रहे हैं, मगर डेट दीजिए 6 तारीख। अगर आप पूछेंगे आप तब क्यों नहीं बोले, इतना हिम्मत नहीं था। फिर जब साइन कर रहे थे तब देखे मैं और संदीपन थोड़ा पीछे साइन किया था, मैंने बाद में, पहले बहुत लोग का साइन हो गया था। देखा ऐसे बहुत सारे नाम हैं जो लोग मीटिंग में नहीं है। अभिषेक बैनर्जी का ऑफिस के कुछ लोग खाता लेकर घूम रहे थे, तो वो लोग ने ये नाम सिग्नेचर वगैरह देखे, जो एमएलए है नहीं उन लोगों का नाम हुआ है। तो हम लोगों को लगा स्पीकर का कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी नहीं होता है, बोला जा रहा है कि हम लोग बीजेपी को मदद कर रहे हैं।
The drama over forged signatures intensifies as TMC Abhishek Banerjee was served with second summon notice by CID after he skipped the first one citing health reasons. With these recent wedges being created within the party and by its own party members, setback for the TMC seems to have no end.
A big breaking news coming in at this moment. Indian markets opened sharply lower in the markets today. Nifty down by 150 points and Sensex by 400 points today. Japan's Nikkei slips 2% as oil prices jump as well. Brent crude prices now up 4% as US-Iran peace talks get delayed and a lower rupee as well in India as FPI outflows trouble the D Strait. The latest in the market news that we have today. I'm now joined by the business editor, Pranav. on the broadcast. We are getting this, the market opening much lower as the Iran and US talks have delayed, stalled, and also strikes are being reported. The IRGC have struck naval ships, again US marked vessels as well, and now Indian markets, even more in the Asian markets, doing relatively lower today. More details from you, Pranav.
Well, absolutely. Indian markets, in fact, opened sharply lower. The Nifty, which is a benchmark index with 50 top market cap companies in the Indian markets, opened about 150 points lower. And Sensex, which is a pack of 30, actually lowered about 400 points lower. We are seeing some sort of recovery, but that's just a temporary bounce back is what analysts are saying. Asian markets are lower. This is the fourth consecutive day that the Indian markets have actually fallen. The only shining spot in the markets today and over the past 2 days, in fact, has been IT stocks, which are shining over positive numbers reported in the US, as well as some sort of positive sentiment over AI. But other than that, we are seeing the West Asia conflict playing completely on sentiment, and the Indian markets trade lower on a fourth consecutive day, thanks to no peace deal reached between Iran and the US.
Right, Pranav, do stay on the line. We have more updates now in the market, the news that we are getting so far. Now, rupee rises 16 paise to 95.03 against the US dollar in early trade, slight weakening again after rupee, and has risen to 95.03 against the US dollar. Now, coming back to you, Pranav, this is again a direct impact of the instability in the West Asian region and also the impacts in the global energy market too. Now, rupee again weakened as well. And well, could this go on, as you said, that this is the fourth time the market have done relatively lower? Could this also be another impact that the rupee has weakened?
Well, markets and rupee, though linked, may not be directly linked in terms of the ups and downs in the rupee market. But as far as the fall of the rupee is concerned, we were talking to a few analysts yesterday who gave us a perspective that it is primarily linked to two things. One is the strengthening of the US dollar, and second, and the most important thing, is the FPI, the foreign portfolio investors, who have been pulling money out of the Indian markets because of various reasons. Just to give you a perspective, about $20 billion have been pulled out from the Indian market in just 4 months of 2026 alone, and that just surpasses all of 2025's record annual exit, which stood at 18.9 billion. So 19 billion of that actually has been pulled out after the Iran war started. So whatever amount the foreign investors had pulled out from the Indian market in the entire of last year has been withdrawn in just 4 months in 2026. So that is a huge exodus, which has been one of the reasons behind the falling of the rupee. It's fallen about 5% over the past 4 months. So what we're seeing today, just a small blip, maybe just a little bit of a volatility, right, or change in price. But then we need to wait and see how it plays out in the longer run. That's right.
Thank you so much for all of that input, Pranav. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast. And now, viewers, moving on to another story. Local leader of the All Assam Students Union, the ASU, was killed while his cousin sustained critical injuries in an attack in Assam's Nalbari district. The incident took place on Sunday evening in the Gangapur village near Jagara, where the two were returning home from Nalbari town after buying books. The deceased was identified as Madhurja Burman. According to police, he suffered cuts on his head and neck when he was immediately brought to the Nalbari Medical College and Hospital, where doctors declared him dead. His cousin was seriously injured as well in the attack and is currently undergoing treatment at Guwahati Medical College and Hospital. Police says that the accused, Rose Ali, was arrested within hours of the attack following an intensive manhunt and was killed in the encounter. More in this report, take a look.
In a shocking incident from Assam, a local student leader of AASU was killed and his teenage cousin was critically injured in an attack in state's Nalbari district. Acting swiftly in the case, police arrested the accused Rosalie within hours of the attack following an intensive manhunt, after which Rosalie died in an encounter.
कल रात भी रेड किया था काफ़ी सारे जगह में, तो सुबह इनका एक जगह रहने का पता लगा, तो वहाँ जाके हम लोग उसको जब पकड़ा, फिर जो वेपन था, मर्डर वेपन, उसको रिकवरी करने के लिए हम लोग उसको लीड करवा रहा था। तभी जैसे जंगल, थोड़ा जंगल का जगह था चौर एरिया में, वहाँ वो हम लोग का पुलिस का जो राइफल है वो स्नैच करके पुलिस के ऊपर फायरिंग किया। उसके बाद में हम लोग भी इन रिटेलिएशन फायर किया, हम लोग का जो पार्टी थे वो लोग भी, तब उनका गोली लगा है और इंजरी है, अभी ला रहे हैं। वो काफ़ी जगह माने इंटीरियर है, तो वहाँ से अभी ला रहे हैं। अभी यहाँ हॉस्पिटल पहुँचने से पता लगेगा क्या हुआ है। लव ट्रायंगल ऐसा नहीं है। वो जो लड़का था वो कोशिश कर रहा था कि वो लड़की को जैसे तैसे हासिल करने के लिए वो मैसेज भी करता है, टेक्स्ट भी करता है। तो प्रिलिमिनरी इन्वेस्टिगेशन में यही पता लगा है कि वो जैसे वो मना कर रही थी लड़की, तो वो जाके बार बार उसको माने ये करता था कि यू हैव टू लव मी, ऐसा कुछ थ्रेट दे रहा था। और उसका माँ को भी करीब 1 हफ्ता पहले जो स्टेटमेंट दिया है, तभी भी जाके उसको माने कातिल करेगा ऐसा धमकी दे के आया लड़की को।
As per the police, the investigators took Rosalie to recover the weapon allegedly used in the crime. During the operation, Rosalie reportedly attempted to escape police custody while leading police officers to the location where the weapon had been hidden. Police personnel opened fire, injuring the accused. He was later rushed to hospital but succumbed to his injuries. The incident took place on Sunday evening in Gangapur village near Jagara when 19-year-old Madhurjaya Burman and his 17-year-old cousin were returning home from Nalbari town after buying books.
कल शाम को हम लोग को पुलिस को खबर मिला है। उसके जब हम लोग इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया तब पता लगा कि एक माने लड़का जिसका नाम आसिफ खान एलाइस रोज़ अली है, उसने एक माने भाई और बहन को बड़ी बेरहमी से माने कातिल करने का कोशिश किया। एक का तो जो लड़का था उनका वहीं पे डेथ हो गया, और जो लड़की है शी इज़ ऑल्सो एडमिटेड इन ICU। उनका भी लाइफ से अभी माने ये चल रहा है पूरा ट्रीटमेंट। अभी हम लोग को बाद में ये पता लगा कि स्टेटमेंट में कि जो रोज़ अली एलाइस आसिफ खान, उसने आके उन लोगों को without any provocation attack किया।
According to police, the two were allegedly attacked by Rosalie and his associates. Reportedly, the attackers intercepted the scooter and launched a sharp weapon assault on the two victims. Madhurjaya Burman suffered fatal injuries and died, while the teenage girl sustained multiple stab wounds. Local residents have alleged that the attack was linked to the minor girl's rejection of a proposal from Rosalie. Police, however, have not officially confirmed any motive behind the attack as investigation is underway.
Now coming up after a very short break, ex-judge Giribala CBI custody ends today. CBI likely to present Giribala in the court seeking custody extension.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He is accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still in a...
This is a breaking news update coming in. In all likelihood, Annamalai will be by the end of this week moving out of the BJP. That's the timeline set. So things are moving extremely fast in the state of Tamil Nadu.
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी बार एकदम सॉलिड।
ऑक्टोरोमा मैनुअल वाइंडिंग 4 लोगों के पास है।
कुछ इससे भी अनोखा।
कमला पसंद, सिर्फ एक अनोखा स्वाद। कमला पसंद पान मसाला।
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma, who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge...
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Viewers, we're live and we're breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest coming in. And the big Republic scoop, which Republic broke first, was that Annamalai is ready to break away from the BJP. Of course, this is source-based information coming in. Still waiting for more confirmation. We'll get you all those updates. But as usual, the headlines. Let's get started. Republic gets the biggest political scoop. TMC on the verge of breakup after Aam Aadmi Party. 22 TMC MLAs are likely to break away. BJP leader Annamalai is in Delhi to meet BJP top brass amid speculation over new political movement. Meet likely after 11 a.m. Ex-Judge Giri Bala's CBI custody ends today. CBI likely to present Giri Bala in the court seeking custody extension. President Trump reportedly lashes out at Benjamin Netanyahu over Lebanon escalation in a phone call and says you would be in prison if it was not for me. Iran suspends all negotiations with US over Israeli attacks on Lebanon, demands complete halt to all military operations. After Iran suspends talks with America, Trump claims talks with Iran is continuing. Viewers, breaking news coming in amid speculation that K. Annamalai is quitting the BJP to launch his own outfit. K. Annamalai is set to meet party president Nitin Nabin. Now, when questioned over speculations that he may launch a new political party, Annamalai said that he would provide answers and make his stand clear in just 2 days. So Annamalai is saying, give me 2 days and I'll make my stand clear, which means Annamalai is neither confirming nor denying the speculation that he might break away from the BJP. So there's a big speculation over Annamalai's political future. Scoop coming in. Annamalai could be parting ways with the BJP. This is a Republic scoop, by the way. And he will be meeting the BJP chief today itself, later in the day. So we'll be getting our viewers all those updates. Let's go straight across to my colleague who's joining us, Sharda, joining us live. Sharda, okay, so we had reported first on Republic TV was the first one to report that Annamalai could be parting ways with the BJP. Now, Annamalai is in the national capital. What can we expect next? Yes, Shardha.
Well, Shivangi, today Annamalai is meeting Netanyahu in Delhi and is likely to inform that he is parting ways with the BJP. However, immediately he is not starting a new political party, and it's a political movement that he is starting under his non-profit organization called We Are the Leaders. So under that, he's bringing all youths together with the same mindset, and it's most likely to make sure that like how nationalism paved way for Annamalai when he was a state president here for the BJP, he's going to bring in something that is very common for the Tamil Nadu youth, because right now, if you see, the BJP has lost massively in this particular elections, and the NDA is also breaking up as the AIADMK factor is splitting up into very, very small fragments. So in this case, to see the future, a new political movement is what he is beginning at. And slowly after 6 months, it is likely to turn into a political party. Sources alongside Annamalai say that he will be contesting in the upcoming by-elections. If you see, 4 of them have been resigned from the AIADMK to join the TVK. In that case, Annamalai has a chance to start his political party, start his independent political journey right from this by-election that's coming in the next 6 months, and he's likely to stand in the Perundurai constituency where he might be standing for the by-elections. However, he's not yet confirmed whether he's resigning or he's not denying the comments. Yesterday, when the press stopped him at the Chennai airport while he was leaving to Delhi, he said that he will explain everything clearly in 2 days' time.
Yes, Shardha, suspicion had started when Annamalai was a very prominent figure when it comes to Tamil Nadu politics and the BJP in Tamil Nadu. And suddenly, during the assembly elections in Tamil Nadu, the recent assembly elections, he maintained a very, very low profile. And that's when the buzz got going that there's something not right.
Shivangi, for the past 6 months, it's been out that Annamalai will leave the BJP to start a new political party. But initially, the politician denied, telling that he will not leave BJP, and he also maintained that his relationship with the BJP leadership is very strong, and also added that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is his inspiration and that he wouldn't leave the BJP and would follow what the national leadership says to him to do. If you remember, in the campaigns that was happening in the entire state of Tamil Nadu, Annamalai was mostly absent, and he preferred campaigning in the state of Kerala and the Union Territory of Puducherry for the NDA than what he did in Chennai. The question comes, if Annamalai was actually, by the reason that he was not contesting is because of all the 27 constituencies that given by AIADMK to the BJP was very weak, and he even conveyed it to Piyush Goyal, the election in charge of the state. So at that time, he also made it very clear that he will not be contesting, and saying that it's a very weak constituency and that it will not be possible for the BJP to win, as they are scoring very low in those particular areas. So even if you remember, when the charge sheet and the manifesto was released, Annamalai was in Pondicherry campaigning, and Piyush Goyal had to call him back to Chennai immediately for the party's core meeting, and only then did Annamalai come. So the rift between Annamalai and the party started very long back. So now the question is whether he's going to be resigning from the party and starting his political movement, or going to take a big break from the BJP and do this. So he was initially sidelined after the AIADMK BJP came into alliance, and when he stepped down from the state presidentship. So this shows that the BJP did a grave mistake by removing Annamalai from the state presidentship, which is now leading them to loss of huge phase of BJP in the state of Tamil Nadu, because if you remember, it was only after Annamalai took over the leadership, the BJP in the state of Tamil Nadu secured 11% of vote shares in the election. So now it's again back to 3%. So in this case, it is whether BJP going to lose heavily in the state of Tamil Nadu in the upcoming election, which is the 2029 national elections, is a big question now, Shivangi.
That's right. Well, Shradha, thank you for getting us all those details. I'll be coming back to you for more, because this is a story we're tracking very, very closely. We are tracking Annamalai's next moves, but getting some more breaking news coming in. Ex-Judge Giri Bala's CBI custody ends today. That is right, viewers. Giri Bala was in CBI custody. That's ending today. I repeat, today is June 2nd. June 2nd. And it's ending today. CBI to present ex-Judge Giri Bala in Madhya Pradesh court. CBI likely to ask for Giri Bala's custody extension. So what we can expect, viewers, is CBI could be going ahead and asking for extension on the custody already that they have of Giri Bala in the Madhya Pradesh court. Now, Samarth and Giri Bala Singh, that means a husband and the mother-in-law of Tusha, were remanded in CBI custody till today. This is till June 2nd. The CBI has questioned them to verify their claims, especially about the events leading to Tusha's death. Yesterday, viewers, we showed you pictures which were coming in of the CBI recreating crime scene with dummies with Giri Bala and Samarth. Okay, let's go straight across to my colleague Satya Vijay, who has been tracking the story very, very closely. Satya Vijay, we're coming to know, Satya Vijay, that CBI will ask for Giri Bala's custody to be extended further. Yes, Satya Vijay.
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल। देखिए, सीबीआई ने गिरिबाला और समर्थ को 5 दिन के रिमांड पर लिया था और ये रिमांड का टाइम पीरियड आज करीब 2:30 बजे खत्म हो रहा है। तो जाहिर सी बात है, इससे पहले सीबीआई की टीम भोपाल कोर्ट में गिरिबाला और समर्थ को पेश करेगी। वहाँ पर ये उम्मीद जताई जा रही है कि अभी भी कुछ ऐसे सवाल हैं जिनके जवाब आना बाकी हैं और इसीलिए समर्थ और गिरिबाला का रिमांड और डिमांड कर सकती है सीबीआई की टीम। वहीं दूसरी तरफ मैं आपको ये भी बताना चाहूँगा कि तमाम जो प्रक्रिया होती है इन्वेस्टिगेशन की, वो तो सीबीआई ने फॉलो की ही है। जैसे कि कल आप भी जिक्र कर रहे थे कि डमी डेड बॉडी के साथ रिक्रिएशन कराया गया, 3 घंटे तक ये पूरी प्रक्रिया चली। लेकिन इन 5 दिन में सीबीआई ने कई हार्ड सवाल गिरिबाला और समर्थ सिंह से पूछे हैं। हमारे पास वो 72 सवालों की लिस्ट है। 72 घंटे में जो 72 सवाल पूछे गए, उसमें कई ऐसे सवाल हैं जिनके जवाब गिरिबाला और समर्थ नहीं दे पाए। जैसा कि जो फर्स्ट पीएम रिपोर्ट आई थी, उसमें तुषा के शरीर पर जो मल्टीपल इंजरीज हैं, 5-6 इंजरी की बात आ रही है, चोटों के निशान जो हैं, जो कि मृत्युपूर्व बताए जा रहे हैं। उन चोटों के सवाल पर जब कल रिक्रिएशन के दौरान भी गिरिबाला और समर्थ से पूछा गया कि आखिर ये कैसे पॉसिबल है कि अगर किसी डेड बॉडी को उतारते हैं तो उस दौरान चोट लग जाए, या ये चोटें पहले थी तो ये चोटें कैसे आई, इसका जवाब जो है गिरिबाला और समर्थ सिंह नहीं दे पाए। उन्होंने चुप्पी साध ली। तो ऐसे ही कई और तीखे सवाल हैं जिनके जवाब नहीं आए हैं और इसीलिए शायद सीबीआई आगे रिमांड की डिमांड कर सकती है।
Satya Vijay, I'm glad you brought out that point because we will break this next. Giri Bala and Samarth stayed silent while being questioned by CBI on injury marks. Big breaking news. This is what our colleague Satya Vijay was talking about. They were absolutely silent. They were asked on the anti-mortem injuries. Remember the anti-mortem injuries, and both Giri Bala and Samarth stayed silent on the injury marks on Tusha's body. CBI had yesterday performed a scene recreation in the house, the terrace, with a dummy body. That is what you see on your screen. I want to go back to my colleague Satya Vijay on this. Satya Vijay, the sequence of events was being reconstructed to verify the version which Samarth and Giri Bala told the investigating agencies. But Satya Vijay, why were they silent on the anti-mortem part? Because we understand that is a question mark which has been raised again and again. How did Tusha get anti-mortem injuries?
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल। देखिए, यही वो सवाल है और इस सवाल के जवाब में आरोपियों की जो चुप्पी है वही संदेह पैदा करती है। और इसीलिए हम जो कह रहे हैं कि ये जो संदिग्ध परिस्थितियों में तुषा की डेड बॉडी मिली, फंदे पर लटकी हुई उसकी बॉडी मिलती है, इसी से संदेह पैदा होता है कि आखिर जो मृत्यु पूर्व की चोट है वो आखिर कैसे आई। इससे साफ होता है कि कहीं ना कहीं समर्थ और तुषा के बीच इस घटनाक्रम से पहले कुछ ऐसा हुआ है, या तो मारपीट हुई है, झूमा झटकी हुई है, जिस वजह से ये चोटों के निशान हो सकते हैं। और तुषा का परिवार लगातार ये दावा कर रहा है कि ये सुसाइड नहीं, मर्डर का केस है। इसीलिए तुषा के परिवार ने 2nd पीएम की मांग की थी। उनका कहना था कि जो ड्यूरी डेथ की जो धारा लगाई है वो नहीं होना चाहिए, बल्कि इसके एवज में मर्डर की धारा होना चाहिए। और जब ये सवाल पूछा गया, कल भी पूछा गया, इससे पहले रिमांड के दौरान जब सीबीआई हेडक्वार्टर में समर्थ और गिरिबाला से जो सवाल हुए, उस दौरान भी ये सवाल हुआ। एसआईटी ने भी सवाल किया था। और कल रिक्रिएशन के दौरान जब पूरा ये प्रोसेस हो रहा था कि कैसे उस बॉडी को उतारा गया, समर्थ ने अपने हाथों से उसे ऊपर अप किया और उसके बाद गिरिबाला ने जो फंदे की नोट खोली, तो उस दौरान भी वो पूरा सीन रिक्रिएट किया गया। और उसी दौरान ये सवाल किए गए कि ये जो चोट है ये बॉडी को उतारते समय नहीं आ सकती, मतलब ये चोट पहले की है, तो ये चोट आखिर कैसे आई। तो इस सवाल के जवाब पर दोनों चुप थे, दोनों ने अपना मुंह बंद कर रखा था, मौन थे, चुप्पी साध रखी थी। और इसी से संदेह और गहराता है। मतलब ये स्टेब्लिश करता है कि जो चोट के निशान है अगर वो पहले के हैं तो सब कुछ ठीक नहीं चल रहा था। समर्थ और तुइसा के बीच में सब कुछ ठीक नहीं था। 12 मई को जिस दिन ये घटना हुई उस दिन या उससे पहले इन चोटों से ये जाहिर होता है कि कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा हुआ है, या तो मारपीट हुई है या इस तरह से कुछ पुश किया है तुइसा को समर्थ ने, जिससे ये चोटें आई हैं। और इसी के जवाब चाहती है सीबीआई, जो कि अभी स्पष्ट तौर पर सीबीआई को नहीं मिल पाए हैं। और भी कई सवाल हैं, जैसे कि कई जो तुइसा के वकीलों ने ये कहा कि तुइसा के नाम पर करीब 20 लाख के शेयर थे, वही अपने अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कराना चाहते थे। दूसरा सवाल एक ये भी कि अगर तुइसा के खाते में गिरीवाला और समर्थ सिंह 7 लाख रुपए 5 महीने में भेजने की दावा जो कर रहे हैं, तो उसकी वजह क्या थी? तुइसा ने क्या वजह बताई इतने पैसे की? दूसरी तरफ तुइसा का परिवार कहता है कि वो तुइसा को पैसे भेजते थे। तो जो एक ये पूरा घटनाक्रम है काफ़ी उलझा हुआ है, काफ़ी पेचीदा है, और इसी से शक गहराता है कि कहीं ना कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ है, कुछ गलत है, जो सबके सामने आना चाहिए। रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क भी लगातार इसी दिशा में इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहा है, जिससे कि सच सामने आए और तुइसा को न्याय मिले।
Yes, Satyavijay, before I let you go, we had put out those pictures of the recreation of the crime scene. Now, और भी recreation attempts होंगे, Satyavijay? What else can we expect now?
देखिए, रिक्रिएशन की जो प्रक्रिया है सीबीआई ने 2 पार्ट में इसे किया। पहले सीबीआई के जो अफसर थे 2 दिन पहले वो गिरीवाला के घर पर पहुंचे थे, उनके पास हाईटेक इक्विपमेंट थे। उस दौरान 3D मैपिंग की गई, पूरा घर को इन्वेस्टिगेट किया गया। जो सील बंद रूम था जिसमें तुइसा रहती थी, इसके अलावा क्राइम स्पॉट था, वो सब बारीकी से परीक्षण उसका किया। और इसके बाद चूंकि आज रिमांड खत्म हो रहा है, इससे पहले कल सीबीआई ने 3 घंटे रिक्रिएशन किया। और इस रिक्रिएशन में उन्हें हो सकता है, सीबीआई चूंकि बहुत खुलकर मीडिया को आंसर नहीं करती है, लेकिन हमारी जो सोर्स है उसके मुताबिक कुछ सवालों से सीबीआई अभी अनसेटिस्फाई है, असंतुष्ट है। और इसके बाद हो सकता है आगे जो प्रोसेस हो, अगर सीबीआई की इन्वेस्टिगेशन में उन्हें कुछ और क्लू मिलते हैं या उन्हें कुछ शक रहता है या उन्हें कोई डाउट रहते हैं, तो दोबारा भी वो इस प्रक्रिया को कर सकते हैं।
That's right. Well, thank you, Satyavijay, for getting us all those details. I'll be coming back to you for more on this development. This is the Justice for Tusha campaign. Now we are getting some more breaking news coming in. Source-based information tell us Education Ministry has now initiated action in the matter and sought a report over awarding of the contract to co-empt EduTech. That is right. So now we see that details of the tender process and related documents have been collected for examination. Ministry sources say strict action will be taken against officials found accountable following the inquiry CBSE and OSM. Okay, so big updates coming in here, viewers on Republic TV. Ministry of Education has asked for a detailed report on the awarding of the contract to co-empt EduTech for the CBSE digital answer sheet evaluation system amid allegations of irregularities in the tender process. So we are coming to know that there are more details which have been asked for in relation to the tendering process, and they have begun examining records linked to the contract awarded for the board's on-screen marking system used in class 12 board examination. Okay, let's go straight across to my colleague Saurav, who's joining us. Saurav, yes, go right ahead. Ministry of Education cracking down, trying to understand what really went wrong. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Shivangi, the highly placed sources in the Ministry of Education has told Republic that there is a massive strict action against those who have been found guilty in the awarding of the contract of the revaluation OSM. Revaluation of the OSM portal. And now I wanted to tell our viewers that the Ministry of Education has sought the tender details, that why the tender has been awarded to the co-empt. And now the ministry has also asked for all the documents related to this tender and the officials who are involved in this awarding the tender to the Coemt Edutech, which is responsible for the OSM marking system, which was introduced by the CBSE this year, because of which there is a huge gap between the average passing percentage of the students, and this also turned into a major controversy as the revaluation request of the students goes unheard, as the portal was not functioning properly. The students were not able to make the payments on the portal, as the portal is crashing again and again. And some of the students reportedly said that there is also a answer sheet mix-up of theirs, and because of which they have got less marks in the examination. And now the Ministry of Education has started a major crackdown on the officials who have been involved in the awarding of the tender to the Coemt for this OSM marking system. And
that's right, Saurav. Hold on for a second there, Saurav, hold on for a second there, because the students are really interested in this news coming in. The students want to know what is happening. Education Secretary and Central Board of Secondary Education Chairman has been summoned for a crucial meeting of Parliamentary Standing Committee on Education, Women, Children, Youth and Sports, which is set to take place at 11 a.m. today. The meeting will undertake a review of use of on-screen marking in grade 12 CBSE exams and issues faced by students, along with application of 3-language formula in class 9 and 10. The move comes amid growing complaints over alleged technical glitches, discrepancies in evaluation and challenges faced by students during the post-result verification process, prompting lawmakers to seek answers from key education officials. Key parliamentary panel meet on CBSE OSM row. I want to go back to my colleague Saurav, who's joining us. Saurav, there's so many questions which have been raised about transparency. A lot of students work so hard. The parents are also invested in their future. They spend years and years. Now we understand that there is a meeting which will be taking place, and a lot of issues will be discussed in that meeting. So this is going to be a lot of officials being summoned for a crucial meeting of Parliamentary Standing Committee on Education, Women, Children, Youth and Sports.
Yes, Shivangi, there is a huge meeting which will be take place today at 11 of the meeting of a Parliamentary Standing Committee on Education, Women, Children, Youth and Sports. This committee will meet at 11 at the Parliament House, and they have also summoned the CBSE director to sort questions from him that why there is a major controversy regarding the OSM systems, who have awarded the tenders, who all are the officials involved in this. And this is the key issue on which the parliamentary panel will emphasize, and they will seek all the details, all the tender documents, all the documents available with the CBSE in regards to this case. And this comes amid there is a major controversy regarding the OSM system which was introduced by the CBSE this year, because of which several students claim that the average passing percentage has a huge gap if compared to the previous years. And now the students have also reported that when they sought the examination paper for the reevaluation, the several answer sheets were mixed up, and because of this only the students have scored less marks. And some students have also claimed that their answer sheets which were uploaded for the OSM were blurred. That is why the online screen marking system cannot recognize the right answers, and they have not awarded students with the appropriate marks. And now to cover this whole controversy, the CBSE has earlier in the morning has launched a new revaluation portal on which they have claimed that the students will not face any kind of issue in that portal, and they will be able to easily put up their request for the revaluation of their answer sheets through that portal. They just have to follow a step-by-step guide, and their revaluation request will be registered on that portal. And this portal will also easily accept the transactions made by the students in this regard. However, the students have also claimed that on this new portal also they are not able to log in, and the verification process is not that easy, and the site is again crashing itself, and that is why they are again facing huge trouble while using this site and putting their request for the revaluation. And now the Ministry of Education has summoned the CBSE director for the questions which are unanswered till now, and this parliamentary committee will meet at 11 and they will seek several questions regarding the tender offer and the awarding of tender
watching right now, all the students will be keeping an eye as well. Our viewers will be keeping an eye. Make sure our viewers get all the updates coming in from that important meeting which will be taking place. Thank you, Saurabh, for getting us all those details. Viewers, let's move ahead to the other story we're tracking. Political speculation is reaching a fever pitch in Tamil Nadu after giant posters backing the former BJP state president K. Annamalai surfaced across Coimbatore, urging him to lead the people. Development comes amid persistent rumors that Annamalai could be considering a new political path following the assembly elections. While the BJP has dismissed talks of any split, Annamalai's latest remarks and his visit to Delhi have only added fuel to that speculation. Take a look at this report as we keep getting you the latest.
Political circles in Tamil Nadu are abuzz with speculations over K. Annamalai's next move. Massive posters were put up by supporters across Coimbatore have triggered fresh chatter over a possible new political outfit. The posters carry slogans urging Annamalai to step forward and lead ahead of his birthday celebrations. The buzz comes months after the 2026 assembly elections, where Annamalai did not contest despite expectations among supporters. Former IPS officer Annamalai emerged as one of the BJP's most recognizable faces in Tamil Nadu during his tenure as state president. Amid the speculation, Annamalai has travelled to Delhi, where he is expected to meet the BJP leadership. Sources say discussions with senior leaders are likely to focus on his future role amid the speculations. When asked about reports of a new political outfit, Annamalai stopped short of issuing a denial. Instead, he told reporters to wait for 2 days, further fueling speculation about a major announcement. Some political observers believe he may seek a larger role within the BJP, while others see sign of an independent political course. For now, the suspense continues. With Annamalai set to meet the BJP top brass in New Delhi, all eyes are on what could be a defying decision in Tamil Nadu's political landscape.
And taking a short break, viewers, do not go anywhere. Ex-Judge Giri Bala's CBI custody ends today. CBI will be asking for an extension. Stay tuned. We are live and breaking here.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several issues, I'm happy to be called a right-winger. But ladies and gentlemen, let me put it clearly. You cannot let a person like this man, this Sushil Prajapati, a leader of the Hindu Yuva Vahini, a local thug, a man accused of rape, you cannot celebrate his act of rape or celebrate the fact that the rapist is out on bail. If that is the message we want to send to our society, and if all the BJP leaders want to be quiet about it,
Giriwala Singh and Samar Singh, they are now being brought back to their house again for this particular recreation.
तुषा का एक डमी डेड बॉडी बनाई जिसे फंदे पर लटकाया गया.
Live pictures coming in. First and exclusive on Republic TV. A CBI team arrived carrying a dummy body. We can clearly see that Samarth is at the scene. And we also understand there's a lot of focus on the belt.
अभी लाइव तस्वीरों में आप देखिए समर्थ से कुछ पूछताछ हो रही है. सीबीआई के अफसर उससे पूछ रहे हैं कि कैसे उतारा या कितनी नोट थी इस फंदे पर.
Nature, the distribution and the pattern, what we say, of those injuries definitely doesn't correspond to the so-called accidental in nature. It is a non-accidental injury, we call. That means maybe you're resulting out of a so-called an assault. So that will definitely be substantiated by the statement given. If there is a discrepancy, again the witnesses will turn out to be suspects or so-called accused.
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं.
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा. रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी से बना.
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं. रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी बार एकदम सॉलिड.
in fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma, who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33...
Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching live and breaking on Republic TV with me, Ishita Mitra. Now, viewers, speculations over Annamalai quitting BJP and launching his own political outfit now reaching its climax as Annamalai is all set to meet BJP President Netanyahu just in a short while from now. Getting you all the details on what is on the cards for that meet. But first up, a quick check at the top headlines. Republic gets big political scoop. TMC on the verge of a breakup after Aam Aadmi Party. 22 TMC MLAs likely to break away. BJP leader Annamalai in Delhi to meet BJP top brass amid speculations over new political movement. Meet likely after 11 a.m. Ex-Judge Giriwala Singh CBI custody ends today. CBI likely to present Giriwala in court seeking custody extension. Donald Trump reportedly lashes out at Benjamin Netanyahu over Lebanon escalation in a phone call. Says, "You would be in prison if it wasn't for me." Iran suspends all negotiations with US over Israeli attacks on Lebanon, demands complete halt to all military actions. After Iran suspends talks with America, Trump claims talks with Iran are still continuing. Welcome viewers, our top focus at this hour. Now, another case of stabbing has come to light from Delhi. Now, in this case, a teenage boy, in fact, has been stabbed. In the Osmanpur area of northeast Delhi, a minor youth named Abhishek was stabbed to death in an act of personal vendetta. Now, the police have taken the custody of the body at the moment and sent it for a post-mortem examination. They're currently engaging in a manhunt for the accused involved in the case. The Osmanpur locality in the Northeast District was in fact left shaken by this incident of fatal stabbing. It is driven reportedly by a personal feud. A group of minor youths collectively stabbed and killed Abhishek, who was also a minor. Now, the victim was called out of his home by some individuals. Following a brief conversation, the juvenile assailants repeatedly stabbed him with knives, resulting in his death right there on the street. Now, a forensic team inspected the crime scene and has collected the relevant evidence. But it is another case of stabbing which has come to light from Osmanpur area. This is in northeast Delhi, where a minor, in fact, who goes by the name of Abhishek, was stabbed by a group of assailants. In fact, Republic has accessed the CCTV footage of the entire incident, which has been captured on camera. How Abhishek was called out of his home by a group of minors, and then after a brief conversation, he was repeatedly stabbed by these minors, as you can see, in fact, on your screen right now. Now, the manhunt is on for all the accused in this case. The body has now been sent for a post-mortem, while the investigation as far as collection of evidence is also underway from this site. All right, my colleague Jatin also joins me with more details on this. Jatin, take us through the entire sequence. What exactly unfolded in Osmanpur? How was Abhishek stabbed by this group of minors?
बिल्कुल देखिए, आप देख सकते हैं आपको इस पूरे मामले में पुलिस ने 3 लोगों को पकड़ा है, इसमें 2 जुवेनाइल हैं और एक जो लड़का है निखिल, इसके अरेस्टिंग इस मामले में की गई है। दरअसल इन सभी लोगों ने अभिषेक जो कि 17 साल का है, उसको बुलाया घर से तकरीबन 50 मीटर दूरी पे ले गए और वहां पर सबसे पहले जो वार है वो निखिल इन्वेस्टिगेशन अभी बता रही है। इन लोगों के बीच में पहले से ही एक बात चल रहा था, आज दिन पहले फैमिली को लेकर कोई बात, जिसको लेकर पुलिस जांच की गई थी। वो जेल से 3 महीने में छूटने के बाद दोबारा से अभिषेक पर उन लोगों ने हमला किया है। फैमिली इस पूरे मामले में जस्टिस की मांग कर रही है।
फैमिली इस पूरे मामले में जस्टिस की मांग कर रही है। उनका कहना है कि जिस तरीके से उनके लड़के के साथ हुआ, आरोपियों के साथ भी वही अशर किया जाए। वहीं आसपास के लोगों का कहना है कि इस इलाके में जो इंसिडेंट है वो लगातार बढ़ रहे हैं। जो जुवेनाइल लड़के हैं वो चाकू का इस्तेमाल करके लूटपाट और स्टैबिंग जैसे केसेस में बहुत ज्यादा इन्वॉल्व है। उसको लेकर कार्रवाई पुलिस को करनी चाहिए और कहीं ना कहीं यूपी के योगी मॉडल की बात करते हुए लोग नजर आ रहे हैं। लोगों का कहना है कि जिस तरीके से यूपी में एनकाउंटर होता है, पुलिस कार्रवाई करती है, उसी तर्ज पर दिल्ली पुलिस को भी इस पूरे मामले में कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए। लेकिन न्यू उस्मानपुर में एक तरफ अभिषेक जो कि 17 साल का लड़का था, उसको चाकू मारा रात में, सुबह होते ही उसी न्यू उस्मानपुर इलाके में एक और 26 साल का जो लड़का है ललित, उसके साथ भी इसी तरीके का इंसिडेंट हुआ है। तो क्राइम के जो इंसिडेंट है वो लगातार दिल्ली में बढ़ रहे हैं। पुलिस का कहना है कि वो कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं। हालांकि न्यू उस्मानपुर में अभिषेक की मर्डर मामले में 3 लोगों को, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, पकड़ा है और पुलिस सीसीटीवी के आधार पर बाकी लड़कों की भी पहचान कर रही है। जी,
Right. All right, Jatin, thanks so much for joining us and giving us all those details coming to light from this case. And now, viewers, TMC MLAs huddle after breakup rumors coming to light. There's a meeting of TMC MLAs in MLA hostel last night, which took place. In fact, Ritubrata Banerjee, Sandipan Saha, Javed Khan, Siuli Saha were all present there. Now, these are the MLAs who are likely to now, some of them are suspended from the party itself and some of them are likely to now break away. We are given to understand there are about 22 MLAs which are in talks and are likely to break away from TMC. And in this regard, there was a crucial huddle that took place last night. In fact, it was a TMC MLAs huddle as breakup rumors continue to surge. And this was a meeting which took place of the MLAs in the hostel last night. Who all were present? We have certain names with us. In fact, Ritubrata Banerjee was there, Sandipan Saha was there, Javed Khan along with Siuli Saha. My colleague Kishle also joins with more details on this. Kishle, take us through what exactly was discussed in this MLA huddle that took place last night as rumors of a TMC breakup continue to rise now.
Well, exactly. This meeting that happened yesterday night, according to sources, this meeting had a single agenda of deciding how this new faction of the TMC, the breakup of the TMC would work as. Whether this breakup of the TMC would work as the new TMC or a new political party will emerge. All these were discussed in this particular meeting according to sources. we are getting to know that along with Ritobroto Banerjee, there are about 30 MLAs who are giving their support to the new faction of Ritobroto Banerjee. And Javed Khan is one of the faces, one of the prominent faces in this regard. Also, apart from Ritobroto Banerjee and Sandeepan Shah, we also see Shiuli Shah, Javed Khan and other prominent MLAs like Baharul Islam also lending his support according to sources. According to sources, even Arup Rai of Howrah, who is a very senior TMC leader and has been with Mamata Banerjee for a long time, is also supporting this new faction according to inner sources of the TMC. So we have to see whether this meeting will cause a new party to emerge in West Bengal, whether a new faction of a TMC will emerge, or whether this group of MLA will claim that the real TMC logo will be belonging to them because they have the larger support, the majority support of the 80 MLAs that are elected from the TMC. So this is a very crucial meeting. On the other hand, from Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee's faction as well, there were discussions and meetings, but we are getting to know that only a minority number of MLAs are supporting this Abhishek Banerjee, Bhaipo Abhishek Banerjee and Mamata Banerjee section. So these new sections of the TMC are now in hurdles to decide their future.
All right, so it seems like a breakup is imminent. It is on the cards for TMC. We have seen some of the close aides of Mamata Banerjee, of Abhishek Banerjee, also now ready to switch their sides. Help us understand who all were present in the meeting last night, and also what is the number game looking like as far as these two factions are concerned?
Well, the names you just mentioned, these are the names that have been confirmed by our sources.
Okay.
Apart from that, because the meeting was held inside the MLA hostel, there is probability of a large number of MLAs who are staying in the MLA hostel attended this meeting, including Arup Rai, Baharul Islam and others who are going against Bhaipo Abhishek Banerjee's faction. The number games you're talking about 30 MLAs have already, according to sources, given their support to Ritobroto Banerjee's faction, and on the other hand, 22 were present in the meeting, is what we are getting to know.
All right, thanks Kishali for joining us with all the latest on this, and it does seem like from every update that we're getting as far as TMC breakup is concerned, it does seem imminent at this point. Thanks so much. And now, viewers, a political storm is brewing inside West Bengal's ruling, in fact, ex-ruling Trinamool Congress. Now, Republic Bangla has accessed some documents that allegedly point to a rebellion within the party, with claims that over 20 MLAs are now unhappy with the key decisions being taken by the top command, including Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee. So this controversy essentially centers around the nomination of the leader of opposition and allegations of forged signatures on a party resolution. Now, two TMC MLAs have openly challenged the process, leading to their expulsion from the party, while the CID probe into the alleged fake signature case has now added a fresh twist to this political saga. Here's the report. Take a look.
A massive political storm brewing in West Bengal. Following recent friction within AAP, rumours are now swirling that TMC is on the brink of a major internal breakup. According to a big political scoop by Republic Bangla, a rebel faction of 22 TMC MLAs is reportedly preparing to break away. The unfolding revolt is allegedly being led by Ritobroto Banerjee. Republic has accessed a signed document showing that the rebel faction is openly challenging the decisions made by Abhishek Banerjee-led camp, specifically questioning the choice of the leader of opposition. TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee had written to the Assembly Secretariat nominating Sovandeep Chattopadhyay for the post. But Speaker Ratindra Bose insisted that the nomination must be supported by signatures of party MLAs through a formal resolution process. During scrutiny of the submitted documents, alleged discrepancies in several signatures surfaced. The internal friction has intensified following the formation of a SIT tasked with probing an alleged fake signature case tied to the LOP nomination.
इस पार्टी में जो नैतिकता का बात करेंगे वो एंटी पार्टी एक्टिविटीज ही माना जाएगा, क्योंकि दल कोई नैतिक काम करता नहीं है। एक अटेंडेंस शीट को रेजोल्यूशन में बना के, उसको रेजोल्यूशन बना के उस पे जो विधायक उपस्थित नहीं थे उनके नाम ब्लॉक लेटर में लिख के जमा दिया जाता है कि ये है रेजोल्यूशन, इसके द्वारा लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन को मान्यता देना चाहिए। ऐसा विधानसभा के जो आइन है उस आइन को नहीं मानते हुए करना, इसके खिलाफ प्रश्न तो उठाना ही चाहिए। हम लोग शपथ लिए हैं और शपथ को रक्षा करना हम लोग का नैतिक कर्तव्य है। आज अगर नैतिकता के लिए हम लोग को दल से सस्पेंड किया गया है, हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं, क्योंकि अगर नैतिक काम करना हर विधायक का कर्तव्य है, वही हम लोग किए हैं और दल अनैतिक काम को ही समर्थन करता है। आज दल के इस पदक्षेप से ये साफ जाहिर हो चुका है।
Two TMC MLAs Ritu Proto Banerjee and Sandipan Shaha have alleged that no such resolution ever took place or was signed, claiming the entire document is manufactured and fabricated. The TMC has now expelled the two MLAs, citing anti-party activities.
पार्टी का मीटिंग में जब हम लोग दूसरी बार गए थे, वहां जब साइन किया गया था तो बोला गया था 19 तारीख मीटिंग है, मगर आप साइन कर रहे हैं, मगर डेट दीजिए 6 तारीख। अगर आप पूछेंगे आप तब क्यों नहीं बोले, इतना हिम्मत नहीं था। फिर जब साइन कर रहे थे तब देखे मैं और संदीपन थोड़ा पीछे साइन किया था, मैंने बाद में, पहले बहुत लोग का साइन हो गया था। देखा ऐसे बहुत सारे नाम हैं जो लोग मीटिंग में नहीं है। अभिषेक बैनर्जी का ऑफिस के कुछ लोग वो खाता लेकर घूम रहे थे, तो वो लोग ने ये नाम सिग्नेचर वगैरह देखे, जो एमएलए है नहीं उन लोगों का नाम हुआ है। तो हम लोगों को लगा स्पीकर का कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी नहीं होता है, बोला जा रहा है कि हम लोग बीजेपी को मदद कर रहे हैं।
The drama over forged signatures intensifies as TMC Abhishek Banerjee was served with second summon notice by CID after he skipped the first one, citing health reasons. With these recent wedges being created within the party and by its own party members, setback for the TMC seems to have no end.
All right, viewers, now shifting focus. BJP, in fact, has come out with a very strong statement saying that full Vande Mataram is compulsory and not optional. Now, they go on to mention that singing Vande Mataram in full is not an optional activity. In fact, it is a matter of the state casually choosing whether to comply or not. Now, the Ministry of Home Affairs guidelines are explicit. Whenever Vande Mataram is rendered at official functions, the full official version is to be sung and all 6 stanzas are to be played at designated government events. A state government cannot simply declare a union protocol governing national observances. In fact, they go on to mention it's not optional just because you disagree with it politically. They go on to also mention if every state begins selectively deciding which national protocol have to be followed, the very idea of uniform national observances would collapse. Now, that's a very strong statement coming in from the BJP regarding how the full 6 stanzas of Vande Mataram have to be played at every government event. It is not an optional activity and it is very explicit, very clear in the directions issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs. Now, this comes after we have seen several controversies are brewing regarding this, whether it's Kerala, whether it's Tamil Nadu. We have seen Vande Mataram not being played in its entirety at several functions, including the swearing-in ceremony as well, where Governor was supposed to in fact host the event. So, after those controversies coming to light from Kerala as well as from Tamil Nadu, the BJP is coming out with a very strong statement on Vande Mataram being played entirely. It's all 6 stanzas have to be played at any government function. In fact, not just that, they go on to mention that states cannot choose arbitrarily according to what national protocol they will be following or not. Now, here's Republic Media Network's editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami reveals what he refers to as TMC's acting academy. Now, he dissects frame by frame Abhishek Banerjee and MP Kalyan Banerjee for their recent high-profile public appearances, political posturing and also the well-planned media tactics. Watch as Arnab Goswami confronts TMC supporters and reveals strategic media manipulation and demands complete accountability over this political posturing. Take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mamata Banerjee should open an acting school. because she constantly acts. She has acted so many times. I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, the big joke in Kolkata is about how she acted and whether she will act that she fell down, hurt her knee, somebody pushed her so that she can get some sympathy. This time she didn't try all that acting because she knew she was going to lose. But her bhaipo, the corrupt, tyrannical nephew, who almost threatened to destroy people who voted against the Trinamool Congress, he should join or start an acting school. Or if Mamata Banerjee starts an acting school, he should be the #1 actor. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact is, you will see pictures here where he is trying to tear his own shirt. You just watch that with full effort. Look at the amount of effort he's putting in tearing his own shirt. He's trying to look like somebody tore his shirt. The Trinamool Congress says that the cruel BJP people tore his shirt, but no, the cruelty was by Abhishek upon himself. He first tears his shirt, then he looks to see whether it is torn and whether he can tear it any more. And this acting he is doing because his aunt, Mamata Banerjee, has told him that he needs to stop. The only way for him to stop rotten eggs and tomatoes being thrown at him is by pretending that he's a victim. But the problem is there were cameras everywhere and they caught him tearing his own shirt. He's doing drama. He's unbuttoning his shirt at the chest and then he's tearing it. And then he's going around saying that I was attacked by the BJP. What rubbish, what a liar he is. He's the #1 in the Trinamool Congress acting class. #2 in the Trinamool Congress acting class is this Kalyan Banerjee, another politician, horribly uncouth kind of guy, abuses. Even his party people are fed up of him. I'll show you his acting. He acts as if he's been hit on the head. Now, viewers, I'll play that video for you. You can see here, nobody is hitting him anywhere, but he holds his head. You will see, ladies and gentlemen, he pretends and then he falls. There is no lathi that has fallen on his head. Nobody's touched him. But he pretends and he falls. And while he's falling, he's on the phone. Nobody's touched him. But he holds his head. Nothing happens. And then, like he's a character actor in a movie, he falls while being on the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is new kind of acting that he's got his sunshades on. And then he pretends and then some people come and tell him, the Kalyan Banerjee has been injured. It's all lies. Nobody touched him. Full-on acting by the Trinamool Congress, ladies and gentlemen. And then Mamata Banerjee, the queen of acting, she goes to the Bellevue Hospital in Kolkata and she says, please admit my nephew. The doctor says, Mamata Banerjee, we can't admit your nephew because nothing's happened to him. But she says, please admit my nephew, something's going to happen to him. And then the hospital says, we can't admit him because nothing's happened to him. Ladies and gentlemen. So this is full-on acting and the doctors had to throw him out of hospital because nothing happened to him. Have you ever imagined a situation where nothing happens to someone and they say, no, I need to be admitted? Dear viewers, the only reason why Mamata Banerjee is doing all this is because her party is breaking up. My information is that 22 MLAs out of over 80 have had a parallel meeting. They've got a leader, a perennial turncoat called Rita Brata, who was earlier with the communists, then he was with Trinamool. He's now going to lead a turncoat brigade and break the Trinamool Congress. She's really worried about the breakup happening. And therefore, she and her bhaipo want the people of Bengal to forget all the corruption they have done. Narada scam, Sharda scam, teachers recruitment scam, cattle smuggling scam, coal scam, cut money scam, syndicate scam, Lakshmi Bhandar scam, Malda flood scam. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing that Mamata Banerjee left. Now, where she's kept all this money, I don't know. But she's kept all this money somewhere. Problem is Abhishek can't go leave the country either. Otherwise, he would be on a chartered plane out to Dubai or to Thailand, wherever his favorite places outside India. He can't go because the courts have kept a tab on him, so he's locked up. He can't go. Fundamentally, viewers, he can't even attack the people he threatened to almost kill if they voted against him. So the only visual you need to see tonight, ladies and gentlemen, are two visuals. One of that man, that arrogant bhaipo, who said that after the 4th of May, I will come and sort you out to the voters when he felt they may not vote for him. And the same bhaipo today tearing his shirt apart to pretend that someone's attacked him. Once again, do you agree with me? Do you believe that Mamata Banerjee and her bhaipo should be opening an acting class? Maybe it will finally give Mamata Banerjee and her bhaipo an honest source of income.
Now, viewers, Nepal's parliament, in fact, descended into chaos after Prime Minister Balendra Shah's remark over Indian territory. Now, opposition members of the Nepal parliament stormed the well, and this came right after Balendra Shah's remark on border disputes, saying that both India and Nepal had encroached each other's territories. I'll get you all the details on this. Watch this detailed report.
The Nepal parliament erupted in chaos after PM Balendra Shah's remark on Indian territory. Opposition members stormed the well of the parliament, demanding that the Prime Minister either retract or prove his claim that Nepal encroached Indian land. Balendra Shah had said that both Nepal and India have encroached each other's territory, drawing sharp reactions from opposition and also reigniting focus on the Indo-Nepal border dispute.
Alright, viewers, big political scoop on Republic TV. Now, Annamalai has already met BJP President Nitin Nabin in New Delhi, and not just that, he's also met the BJP National General Secretary BL Santosh. Now, Republic, in fact, had been giving you details that this meeting was set to take place today, and now the crucial meet between BJP top brass and Annamalai has already taken place. We'll get you more details of what happened inside that meeting. Now, there are rumors he's all now set to launch his own political outfit and a breakaway from BJP, and this is what was on the cards for this meeting. But more details coming up as Annamalai has now met the BJP chief Nitin Nabin as well as General Secretary BL Santosh. Alright, my colleague Shada also joins me with more details. Shada, take us through what are the details they're fetching about this meeting between Nitin Nabin and Annamalai.
Well, today Annamalai met the National General Secretary BL Santosh and also the party president Nitin Nabin in Delhi. This comes after yesterday Annamalai's news telling that he's going to starting a new political movement and a political party in the future surface. We also believe that Annamalai's political movement is going to be focusing on bringing all the youths together with the same mindset, and it's going to be focusing on going against Vijay's CDK party is going to be the main aim of this political movement. There is also possibility that Annamalai is going to announce his resignation from the BJP party today after meeting the General Secretary and the National President. He will also meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah. But however, he has not been given appointment to meet the Prime Minister today. But maybe he will announce his political movement now and also say that he is leaving the BJP party. But he will officially resign from the BJP.
Officially resign from the BJP party after informing Prime Minister Narendra Modi, because he is a huge follower of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and to make sure that he's splitting from the party amicably and to make sure that the BJP continues to support him in his political movement, likely to resign after meeting Prime Minister. So we have to wait and watch for Annamalai's official announcement on his resignation from the BJP party.
Alright, so are there attempts by the BJP underway to ensure that he remains inside the fold and does not break away from the party? Those sort of negotiations also underway?
Well, those negotiations are not underway because Annamalai has been on a crossroads with the BJP for the last few months, actually, right after the announcement of the AIADMK and the BJP going together in the allies under the NDA for the 2026 elections. Annamalai has been sidelined by the BJP leaders, and multiple times Annamalai focused on Pondicherry and Kerala elections than in Tamil Nadu.
Alright, so about the announcement, when it is likely to come up regarding the launch of new political outfit that is set to take on, which is TVK now?
Well, for that, we have to wait and watch, because Annamalai yesterday, while leaving Chennai, promised that he will meet the media in 2 days' time. So he also needs the clarity, and after discussing with Nitin Nabin, he will first be announcing his resignation. After calling it quits from the BJP, he will announce what his next plans are. So we have to wait and watch when the political movement that he's planning to start will go on grounds. But officially, Annamalai said 2 days' time. So we'll have to see if the announcement is in the next 2 days or whether it's going to take more time. But in the next 10 days, there's going to be a huge political change in the state of Tamil Nadu is what we get to know from Annamalai's movement. So whether it's going to be a political movement, a political party that's going to come up in the state of Tamil Nadu is still a question.
All right, of course, we'll have to wait and see what announcement comes on that. But on that note, thanks, Sharda, for joining us and giving us all those details on that. Viewers, now slipping into a very short break, but don't go anywhere. Coming up after a very short break, getting you all the details of what is happening in Tushar Sharma case. As ex-judge Giribala's CBI custody will end today, and CBI is now likely to present Giribala asking for custody extension. Getting you all the details on that. Stay tuned to Republic TV.
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ। सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great. Is a rapist to be celebrated, ladies and gentlemen? I ask you that question. And more than anyone else, I ask the right wing of this country. Very often I come on television and I say, yes, on several issues, I'm happy to be called a right-winger.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
All right, viewers, let's begin this bulletin with a big breaking news development that we are getting right now at this moment. And this is K. Annamalai, who meets BJP President Nitin Nabin in New Delhi. He's right now in New Delhi amid the speculations of launching his own party in the next 10 days. And now the meeting has taken place. And he just met the BJP President Nitin Nabin in New Delhi. He'll be meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi also for discussions. Now he's set to split from BJP. That's the latest that we are getting. But we'll have to wait for the final decision by Annamalai because what comes out of this meeting will be very important, because Annamalai meeting Nitin Nabin, that is the president right now, in this case BJP President, for important discussions ahead of launching his own political movement, which will eventually transform into a new political party, as we are being told, as a counter to TVK. That's the latest that we are fetching in this entire case. And is Annamalai going to quit finally from BJP? That's the big question everybody wants to know the answer to. That's the big question. All right, viewers, these are the pictures also on your screens. But big breaking news development where Annamalai is ready to move away from the BJP, from Bharatiya Janata Party. All right, Sharda is on a phone line for all the latest updates on what's unfolding here. Sharda, if you can put this into perspective and share the details of the meeting between Annamalai and Nitin Nabin. Over to you.
That Annamalai is going to quit the BJP and going solo came out. Following that, he confirmed indirectly that he is going to meet the national BJP president Nitin Nabin and also the party General Secretary B.L. Santosh today in Delhi, and after that it's likely that he's going to be announcing his resignation, and he might also be leading the BJP to start his own political movement. But However, no confirmation of a political party yet. So there's a question whether the political party is going to be starting very soon or is going to be after the 6 months time is yet to be verified. But yesterday meeting the media, Annamalai said that it is going to take 2 days time to take his final decision on whether he's going to be splitting from the BJP or whether it's going to be an indirect split from the BJP to start his own political movement, and whether his political movement is going to be focusing only on the Tamaraga Vetri Kayagam's plan, and also whether if it is going to be against the only TVK Vijay in the seat of Tamil Nadu. The question also remains in this case whether if Annamalai's political party will focus on the nationalist idea or because the last few days we've seen Annamalai also going against the BJP in itself, because when the new education policy, the new CBSE plan was implemented, Annamalai for the very first time went against the BJP, stating that it is not possible for NEP to be implemented in the state of Tamil Nadu because 3 years time is required for the 9th standard students, especially to not applicable for the question coming in whether
but Sharda, has he already decided? Has he already decided in this case? If that's so, then this will be called a courtesy meet, where he'll just be meeting the senior leadership in this case, and he has already decided. Because sources also suggest that he was offered a central leadership role in this condition, in some position offered by BJP. Any speculation, any details on that too? Has he declined those offers also? Because BJP definitely would want to retain Annamalai.
Initially, Shivam, he was offered the position to get into Rajya Sabha seat through Andhra. He was also given a central ministry position. But the question remains whether Annamalai decided not to take it up, because in a press meet that was conducted right before the election in the state of Tamil Nadu, he said he will not be leaving anywhere except for Tamil Nadu. He will be serving only for the state of Tamil Nadu, and that he left his IPS service just to come back and serve the people of Tamil Nadu. So he was very clear that he is not going to take on a central position in Delhi. He made it very clear that he is not going to be going to the Rajya Sabha. So even otherwise, BJP had sidelined Annamalai throughout the 2026 elections, which has almost led to Annamalai making the decision of splitting. So whether the party, if the party had wanted Annamalai to continue to stay back, that would have been before the AIADMK getting on an alliance with the BJP, because Annamalai was very clear that the alliance with the AIADMK should not happen for the 2026 elections. But beyond that, when the national leadership chose the AIADMK party's ally and changed it from the state leadership and moved Mr. Nainar Nagendran as the state president, that's when the small rift between the BJP leadership and Annamalai already began. Though he's made it very clear that the centre has its own ideology, centre has its own plan, he was not very satisfied with this, and that he was going to only work as a BJP functionary and what is required for him to do from the party, and he waited until the elections concluded to make sure what his ideas and plans were. But if we remember particularly right after the AIADMK alliance was done, there was multiple questions on whether Annamalai is going to be taken to the centre, and he made it very clear that he is not going to be serving from Delhi, and that whatever he is doing, his political career is going to be in the state of Tamil Nadu. So this makes it very clear that Annamalai has decided to let go of the Rajya Sabha seat that was offered to him by the BJP.
Yes, definitely. But also the fact that Annamalai wanted BJP to move ahead and be another option for the state of Tamil Nadu when it comes to the Dravidian politics, the options of Dravidian politics which are already there. That is the AIADMK and the DMK. There's already a rift which happened, and the confrontation with the AIADMK, as we earlier reported also. But do you think that exactly was one of the many reasons of the decision that Annamalai is taking, because he wanted to move ahead with the BJP ideology rather than the ideology of the Dravidian politics in Tamil Nadu?
Very true, Shivam. We can put it in that perspective as well, because even the newly formed TVK government is mostly based on the Dravidian ideology, and the leaders that the Vijay's followers are also Periyar, which is the DMK and the AIADMK they may got. So in that case, we can see that as a new ideological political party coming up in place, but in form of a political movement that will further develop into a political party. Annamalai is a person who's always been a right-wing. He's spoken. He's also mentioned that Dravidian politics is good, but not for a day-to-day life, because he also said that everybody's equality is being disturbed when Dravidianism is being followed in the state of Tamil Nadu, especially in the question of where it comes. whether the Dravidianism is hindrance to the people of Tamil Nadu. So he's always been right-wing. He's spoken about how nationalism works for the people of the state of Tamil Nadu to make it big and better. So in this case, his ideology is most focused on bringing youth together, especially with an ideology of nationalism, especially bringing in the responsibility, the leadership, the qualities that the leader should have in, except for the Dravidian ideology, because we have seen almost both the DMK and the TVK has constantly undermined Sanatan, they've spoken bad about Sanatan. They have also against multiple policies, especially the exemption of NEET, the NEP.
Especially the exemption of NEET, the NEP, and also this time there is multiple issues that the TVK had raised, which the DMK had done in the past. So there's no difference between the Vijay's new party and the DMK. So Annamalai's new political movement might serve as an option in the future as an alternate political party, especially for, in the place of BJP, because this time BJP has massively lost in the state of Tamil Nadu. If you see the number of percentage that they have got is only 3 when compared to the 11 in the last 5 years. So which shows that BJP has declined again in the last few years. It might be because of the ideology that the BJP all has known. But when Annamalai brings in that ideology with his own political party, while he's been perceived as a Dravidian phase of the nationalism, there might be perspective for Annamalai's party to grow in the state of Tamil Nadu, Shivam.
So Sharda, so can we just explain this to our viewers, that it is a sort of a courtesy meet before the resignation, because they are formally meeting and he will be personally informing the top senior leadership of the BJP, including the Prime Minister, that yes, we are moving ahead and this is because of my own decision, and because truly he was upset over the recent performance of the BJP in the recent state elections, and also how he was sidelined, but still he wants to just meet them and move ahead.
Absolutely, Sean, we can call this as a respectable meeting before Annamalai is resigning from the BJP. But he wants to split amicably with the BJP to make sure that in the future, if Annamalai is starting his own political party, there's an extension of support given by the BJP to him. While he is not focusing on a national idea, his focus is going to be solely on the seat of Tamil Nadu and only on the development of Tamil Nadu. That means going against the TVK. He might need support. In this case, we can only focus on the BJP supporting him, because comparatively the AI agency is also broken now, is going and joining the TVK. The DMK standing as an opposition. There's also a new perspective that can be brought into it, whether in 2029 for the national elections.
Whether in 2029 for the national elections, will the BJP require a
mention, because as I just told you the BJP has not been able to capture the seat of Tamil Nadu. For the past few elections, BJP has lost in a very bad position in the state of Tamil Nadu, even with the allied parties like the AIADMK. Even when going solo, not even a single seat was won by the BJP. So it can help the BJP in the future to make a start in the seat of Tamil Nadu through the face of Annamalai.
Yeah, definitely. But this will mark as one of the significant political departures in Tamil Nadu after what happened with the new entry of a new political party, that is of Vijay in this case. And does Annamalai want to be portrayed as the next competitor for TVK's Vijay, for Vijay's TVK in this case?
Well, in 2026, as in the elections right after, on the results, it was made very clear that Tamil Nadu is going to be seeing the face of Vijay versus Udayanidhi.
The words that whatever TVK is government, especially in the law and order issues, but have not directly attacked the TVK leader Vijay, especially if you notice the alliance parties of the DMK are now part of the ministry, and they split from the DMK ally and have almost joined Vijay's TVK. In this case, it shows the DMK is getting weaker. So in the next 5 years, the Dravidian ideology might not work in the seat of Tamil Nadu as generation has grown up. The way the politics served in the seat Tamil Nadu is completely different from in the early years. So now we can see that Annamalai's new political movement targeting the Vijay's TVK in a different format. It's not just about Dravidian ideology or Hinduism or nationalism anymore. It's more about the change being brought in the state, the development of the state that is more prospective and more progressive for the state of Tamil Nadu is what we're looking at. Statistically speaking, almost 15% of the votes this time for the TVK were given by the youth, and 15 lakh new voters are also voting for the TVK. So this gives a perspective that the new generation is focusing on a change in Tamil Nadu. So in that case, while TVK which is also following the similar steps of the DMK. Let it be the welfare schools, the freebies that the government is giving, the format of the government that is performing, like how the DMK tried to repair what the ADMK had done in the last 10 years, is what the TDP is also doing now. But there is no new plans, but there is no new progress or no new declarations being done by the TDP. So Annamalai might be able to bring that, which is giving a new perspective for his political movement and might be able to tackle the TDP government of Vijay.
Yeah, definitely. And if you can also share the details of the political movement, of the people's movement that will be started by Annamalai in this regard, which will later be transforming into a political party.
Well, as of now, it's not very clear what the political movement is all going to be about. It's just on one aim that youth with a similar minds will be brought together under a nationalist movement is what Annamalai is focusing on. His non-profit organization called We Are the Leaders is focusing on developing future leaders for the state of Tamil Nadu. So initially, the first month might focus on developing that alone.
All right, thanks a lot for all the details in this story. Keep tracking all the latest developments. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move ahead on another big breaking news development, ladies and gentlemen, and this is about TMC. Big breaking news development, big scoop, TMC breakup on lines of Shiv Sena. In a similar manner, over 50 TMC MLAs meet Sandeepan and Rita Brata. And sources to Republic say that over 50 MLAs could give letters to Speaker and over 50 TMC MLAs could stake claim to TMC. This means that possibly Mamta will be losing control of the Trinamool Congress. Abhishek Banerjee, Bhaipo, will be losing control of the Trinamool Congress. Big scoop on Republic, first on Republic, because there are already meetings that are happening. And on the lines of Shiv Sena, ladies and gentlemen, this is a significant, very huge, big development in West Bengal politics where the split is imminent, and also biggest detail of the day where on the lines of Shiv Sena, over 50 TMC MLAs could stake a claim to TMC. All right, let's head straight to our executive editor, Niranjan Narayanaswamy, for all the latest on this story. Niranjan, it's huge, it's big, and it is happening after the big defeat of Trinamool Congress in the recent polls. And the latest that we are fetching is that over 50 TMC MLAs could stake claim to TMC. Over to you.
Well, we've seen very closely the breakup of the Shiva Sena. Let me tell you that, we witnessed it firsthand. We were in Mumbai back then. And a large section of the Shiva Sena MLAs led by Eknath Shinde got out. Remember back then, Uddhav Thackeray, kicking and screaming, claimed that he was the real leader of the Shiva Sena. But nobody accepted him as the real leader. Eknath Shinde flew to Guwahati with a significant number of MLAs, and they broke the party. That was what we know the end of the Shiva Sena. There has been no Shiva Sena after that. The Shiva Sena now rests with the Eknath Shinde faction. They have this symbol with them. Now, the breaking news that we are getting is that in the case of Trinamool Congress, there is going to be a Shiv Sena kind of a breakup. About 50 MLAs have met yesterday. They have met Sandeepan Saha. They have met Rita Brata Banerjee. And these are the two MLAs who had originally written the letter claiming that some faction of the Abhishek Banerjee team had faked signatures, etc. Now, the headline is 50 plus MLAs met at a hotel. 50 plus MLAs are likely to write to the Speaker. 50 plus MLAs of the 80 Trinamool Congress MLAs. There were 80 as of yesterday. 2 were sacked. So it makes it 78. 50 out of 78 are going to write to the Speaker and say that we are the real Trinamool Congress and we deserve the real Trinamool Congress, and they're going to break away from the Trinamool Congress and stake claim to the symbol, which means Mamata Banerjee is going to have a tough time. Mamata Banerjee may not even retain her party. This is the big breaking news update that we have. We wanted to break that story for you. Rita Brata Banerjee and Sandeepan Saha wrote a letter yesterday saying that there is a faction of the Trinamool Congress that without the permission of the rest of the MLAs had tried to sort of, put their own LOP, put their own people in key opposition posts. And these people included Rita Brata Banerjee and Sandeepan Saha, who were later sacked by Mamata Banerjee's party. And it is going to happen very soon. What we hear is that in the course of the next 2 days, it could happen even today. Even today it could happen. They could write a letter to the speaker and stake claim. So today, tomorrow, very critical days in Bengal, because the Trinamool Congress is going to, in all likelihood, break up completely and is going to go with a faction that is sick and tired of Abhishek Banerjee and Mamata Banerjee. Essentially now the DNA of these rebels, and they're not really rebels because there are a majority of them, the DNA of the 50 MLAs who are staking claim, they say we are the real workers of the party, we are the ones who built this party and we want to stake claim to the symbol of the party. Now the rule is you need 2/3 majority to stake claim. If you take, let's say if there are 80 MLAs of the Trinamool Congress, 2/3 would make it 53. So you need 53 MLAs to stake claim to the symbol. So these 53 MLAs could stake claim to the symbol and form, or rather become the real Trinamool Congress, leaving the rest, that is the 27 odd MLAs, to perhaps, launch a party of their own.
So, Niranjan, it means more difficulties for Abhishek Banerjee also in this case, not just for Mamata Banerjee also, because of the forged signature case in this entire matter also. And there were 60 out of 80 who skipped the meeting at Mamata Banerjee's residence. So it's imminent that the split is going to happen. But the only issue is whether Mamata Banerjee will be able to retain her position in the party or stake the claim over her party. It will be difficult for Mamata Banerjee to take hold of the political party that she started.
Yeah, obviously, if 50 MLAs are going out, Mamata Banerjee has no control. Abhishek Banerjee has no control. So both of them are going to lose the party. In all likelihood, both of them are going to lose the party. And you asked about Abhishek Banerjee. Yes, Abhishek Banerjee is already in trouble, but that is not linked. The forgery of signatures is not linked to this. This is very clear. The Trinamool Congress is going to break up, and Mamata Banerjee has no control over what is going on. Because it appears the Trinamool Congress, is split down the middle right now. We did hear that there was a meeting over the weekend, and where over 60 MLAs did not turn up, and those 60 MLAs did not turn up. So that is what makes it interesting. If 60 MLAs did not turn up, is that the real number? Is it above 50? Certainly above 50 we are hearing. And this meeting took place at a hotel, at a prominent hotel in Kolkata. And perhaps in the next 2 days we are seeing the breakup, the imminent breakup of the Trinamool Congress, as this faction is going to break away and stake claim to the party. They will become the Trinamool Congress, and everybody else, that is Mamata Banerjee, Abhishek Banerjee, and everybody else will become perhaps Mamata Trinamool or something else. We don't know what they're going to call themselves, but seems like that is going to be a real possibility now.
Yeah, and there was a reaction by Dilip Ghosh, who said that only Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee will be the only ones left in their party. Thanks a lot, Niranjan, for all the latest details on what's unfolding in West Bengal. All right, viewers, now let's move ahead on the other top big developments that we have for you. 17-year-old Surya Pratap Chauhan was tragically murdered in Khora, Ghaziabad on Bakri Eid. Now, Asad, the main accused in the case, allegedly told him that "Tumne kabhi bakra halal hote dekha hai kya? Aao dikhate." Have you seen a goat being sacrificed? We'll show you. Surya reportedly tried to walk away before he was stabbed repeatedly in the abdomen, leading to his demise. Listen in to Republic's editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami as he questions why the woke commentators are silent now when a Hindu teenager has been targeted and butchered under such shocking circumstances.
The problem with our country's media is they want to always walk that fine line of fake neutrality. They don't want to take a position on a case like that of a 17-year-old boy called Surya. Surya was killed. He was killed and stabbed to death on Bakr Eid by people who wanted him to watch them halal a goat. The problem with this Hindu boy Surya is that he did not want to watch a goat being sacrificed and then being bled to death. It offended him. Maybe it offended his personal sensitivities. Maybe, and we should be ready to say this, maybe it offended his religious sensitivities. Are the religious sensitivities of Hindus not something the Indian media should talk about? Are sensitivities only for those from the minority communities or Muslims? What happens when Surya refused to watch a goat being bled to death? He was stabbed to death himself by a person who called himself his friend. And my point is this, ladies and gentlemen, we do not want to even take the names of the accused in this case. Because, you see, the main accused is Assad. Others named are Nawab, Farhan, Atif, and one more. Total 5 accused. Total 5 accused. The media is avoiding talking about this case as strongly as it should, especially the so-called English-speaking media, because they want to be secular. Is this secularism? Is remaining quiet about the killing of Surya secularism? Does saying that Hindu lives matter, does it make you communal? And do Hindus, are they not supposed to have any sensitivities? If Muslims are so sensitive, so vocal, that if someone infringes on their rights, on their freedom, on their liberties, on their feelings, they hit back against their so-called oppressors. I'm asking tonight, what about the sentiments of the Hindu community? Why are the wokes quiet about a 17-year-old boy who was killed because he refused to watch a goat being sacrificed? No one spoke about it loudly enough, because you see, if you speak on this, the wokes will say, you're majoritarianism, you're being majoritarian, rubbish. None of them spoke about it. Rahul Gandhi, pin drop silence, did not speak about it. Naturally, Asaduddin did not speak. Where was Asaduddin Owaisi's condemnation of Surya's murder? On 30th May 2026, he spoke about namaz on roads the very day after Surya was murdered. He did not speak. He will speak on namaz on roads, which is wrong. But he did not speak a single word about a 17-year-old Hindu boy who was first taunted and then stabbed on Bakri to make a point. They wanted to make a point of stabbing and killing a Hindu boy. Problem in our country, some people are so secular, they don't want to talk about it. Where was the president of the Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind, Maulana Arshad Mandni, so loud, often speaking about the politics of intimidation? Where was he? Where was he? Was that halal taunt to Surya communalism or not? 7 armed men ambushing a Hindu boy on Bakr Eid, was it the politics of intimidation or not? Where is the pseudo-secular lobby today? All quiet, ladies and gentlemen. All of them who always speak on every other case were woefully silent. All these voices, ladies and gentlemen, ranging from Owaisi, Maulana Arshad Madni, Shahi Imam, Syed Ahmad Bukhari, and the usual ecosystem of secular intellectuals, activists, and opposition leaders, they all spoke so much on the Nupur Sharma case, but they did not speak on Surya. And that is my only point tonight. Why was Surya killed? Do Hindu lives matter or not?
All right, viewers, now it's time to slip into a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere because we have a lot more lined up after the break. Coming up, Republic gets big political scoop. TMC on the verge of breakup after AAP. 22 TMC MLAs likely to break away. Even more. Coming up.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma, who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge and the ex-judge's advocate's son appear to be more than involved. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 questions tonight. And if they think it's a media trial, so be it. So be it. Why did the ex-judge in the case of Twisha Sharma, neither she nor her son call a police or an ambulance? What took them 57 minutes to bring the body down? Where are the 3 men who are seen in the video dragging Twisha's body, destroying evidence? What was the police doing? Did they question the house staff? Did they question the judge? Was Twisha carrying headphones in her bag, in her hand, or a rope? Where is it now? Where is that so-called belt that cops claim was used by her to commit suicide? Why was it hidden? The mother-in-law, the ex-judge, walks up calmly while the body is...
Kiriwala Singh and Samar Singh, they are now being brought back to their house again for this particular recreation.
तुषा का एक डमी डेड बॉडी बनाई जिसे फंदे पर लटकाया गया.
Live pictures coming in. First and exclusive on Republic TV. A CBI team arrived carrying a dummy body. We can clearly see that Samarth is at the scene. And we also understand there's a lot of focus on the belt.
अभी लाइव तस्वीरों आप देखिए समर्थ से कुछ पूछताछ हो रही है. सीबीआई के अफसर उससे पूछ रहे हैं कि कैसे उतारा या कितनी नोट थी इस फंदे पर.
Nature, the distribution and the pattern, what we say, of those injuries definitely doesn't correspond to the so-called accidental in nature. It is a non-accidental injury, we call. That means maybe a resulting out of a so-called an assault. So that will definitely be substantiated by the statement given. If there is a discrepancy, again the witnesses will turn out to be suspects or so-called accused.
Viewers, top headlines we're tracking right now. Republic gets the big scoop. TMC on the verge of breakup after Aam Aadmi Party. 50 TMC MLAs are expected to break away. BJP leader Anna Malai is in Delhi meeting the BJP top brass amid speculation over new political movement. Ex-judge Giri Bala's CBI custody ends today. CBI likely to present Giri Bala in court seeking custody extension. Donald Trump reportedly lashes out at Benjamin Netanyahu over Lebanon escalation in a phone call. Says you would be in prison if it wasn't for me. Iran suspends all negotiations with US over Israeli attacks on Lebanon, demands complete halt to all military operations. After Iran suspends talks with America, Trump claims talks with Iran are continuing. And viewers, getting the story that Republic TV broke first. Anna Malai could be exiting from the BJP and he is in the national capital. He's meeting with the BJP National General Secretary B.L. Santosh. He's also meeting with the BJP National President Nitin Nabin. So getting you these updates coming in, and we have some more breaking news coming in that front. Now, Anna Malai has neither confirmed nor denied his exit from the BJP. First on Republic TV, Anna Malai is meeting the top brass of the BJP, and we have the inside details of Anna Malai's meeting. For that, I want to go across to my colleague Sharda is joining us. Sharda, we have all the inside details about the meeting that Anna Malai is having with the top brass of the BJP. What do we know so far?
Prince Shivani, yesterday Anna Malai said that it's going to take 2 days' time whether on his final decision is going to be making, whether we'll be quitting the party, whether on his announcement of the new political movement in the seat of Tamil Nadu. So now Annamalai, after meeting real Santosh and Nitin Nabin, has yet to make his final announcement whether he's leaving the BJP. And this is a talk that's been going for a while now. If you just look at the past 6 months on Annamalai's status in the BJP party, we've been seeing that he's been sidelined by the top brass. So today's meeting is going to be focusing on whether Annamalai is switching from the BJP and what his stance on the information that on his new political movement or his new political party will all be about. There's also questions on whether he's going to be completely switching from the BJP. Well, Annamalai has said that he's going to be amicably moving away from the BJP. He's not yet decided whether he's quitting from the BJP just because he's going to start his political movement or whether it is because of the ongoing tussle between the top leadership and Annamalai. This comes after the AIADMK joined the BJP in an alliance where Annamalai has constantly said that he is not happy with the alliance but agreed to work because of the leadership. So now again a new turmoil has started in the Tamil Nadu politics after Vijay's TDK has taken over the political space in the seat of Tamil Nadu. Now, attacking that particular TDK alone, is Annamalai going to start his own new party is also a question.
Shadna, hold on for a second there. We're getting some more breaking news coming in. Annamalai has sought time with Home Minister Amit Shah. Annamalai to meet Amit Shah after meeting with the BJP chief. Big updates coming in here, Republic TV viewers. First on Republic, very soon now, Annamalai will be meeting the Home Minister Shah. And perhaps then we will get a clearer picture as to what will happen next. Now, we understand that Tamil Nadu's political landscape has undergone a significant shift recently in the assembly elections, and even Annamalai had a very low profile during the assembly elections in Tamil Nadu. I want to go back to Shraddha who's joining us. Shraddha, coming across to you. So now we understand that Annamalai is meeting top BJP leaders. Now he has sought time to meet the Home Minister Amit Shah, and perhaps after that we might get a better and a bigger picture as to what exactly is going on.
Well, this clearly confirms that Annamalai is all set to leave the BJP. Earlier, he did not get the appointment to meet Home Minister Amit Shah and Prime Minister Modi today. But now, getting the appointment with Home Minister Amit Shah gives a clear picture that Annamalai is all set to quit from the BJP. He is informing the top leadership that he is leaving the BJP. Our sources from the party already confirmed that Annamalai is going to work on his new political movement in the state of Tamil Nadu and that he will soon be announcing it officially as to whether his the reason for his leaving will also be made clear. Yesterday, meeting the media when he was doing the Chennai airport, he confirmed that in 2 days' time he will be sitting with the media and giving a clear understanding, a clear picture and detailed information on why he is leaving the BJP and what the conditions. When questioned whether he was resigning, whether he was quitting, he did not deny, neither did he agree. So today, after meeting the top leaders, he will also be able to give a clear picture on what his future steps is going to be. And especially his entry into politics as an independent candidate is also being much looked forward to, Shivangi.
That's right. Well, thank you for getting us all those details. I will be coming back to you, Shadna, for more updates on this story. We have to move ahead to West Bengal. There's something which is happening there. That is right. A lot of speculation about a breakup within the TMC. And let's tell our viewers exactly what is happening. Over 50 TMC MLAs are meeting Sandipan and Rita Prato, as sources to Republic say that over 50 MLAs could give letters to the Speaker. Over 50 TMC MLAs could stake claim to TMC. Over 50 MLAs to claim that they are a real TMC. So there is something happening here very, very much in the lines of what happened in the Shiv Sena, viewers, a few years ago. So we will get our viewers all these updates, and let's tell you that this is an anti-Abhishek Banerjee faction which might take claim. So we will get our viewers all those updates. Now, let's talk about the numbers. 52 MLAs needed out of 80 to stake claim. So we have the numbers. We'll put out some numbers for you also in a short while from now. So Mamta faction, 28 out of 80. Anti-Abhishek faction, 50 plus, 52 out of 80. MLAs needed to claim simple majority, 2/3 majority. So viewers, now we understand that over 50 TMC MLAs could stake claim to the TMC. And this is not something surprising because there has been a lot of resentment within the TMC, especially after the big drubbing TMC got in the assembly elections lately. So back-to-back updates coming in here on Republic TV viewers. We're getting you all these updates, and there is a clear rebellion within the TMC, and it's large numbers. It's large numbers. So there's a TMC revolt brewing. This is a real TMC revolt which is brewing. We have seen that there has been a lot of unhappiness amid the MLAs, whether it's a signature dispute, MLA dissent, and much more. So speculation is intensifying that after a series of developments in TMC, we see that there could be something very close to what happened in Maharashtra's political landscape when the Shiv Sena split. So that is a big possibility that could be happening. We're trying to go across to reporters as well. So questions are being raised on whether a faction claiming to represent the real TMC could emerge amid the growing disagreement over leadership decisions and organizational functioning. The discussions have gained momentum following the collapse of a meeting convened by the TMC Supremo Mamta Banerjee and the ongoing controversy surrounding the appointment of the leader of opposition in the West Bengal Assembly. So there was a lot of dissent within the TMC about the appointment of the leader of opposition in the West Bengal Assembly. So LOP selection had sparked that dissent. I want to go across to my colleague Shivam, who's joining us. Shivam, yes. Now, we understand there's a situation which is evolving in West Bengal where a rebel faction of 50-plus MLAs say they are the real TMC, which means a breakup is on the cards. Yes, Shiva.
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be a split in the TMC because a majority of the leaders, they are unhappy, they are discontent with what's happening on the latest updates. Especially, it all began with the party's performance in the recent election and also the behavior towards the selection of the leader of opposition and also the way the signatures were allegedly forged in this case. Now, this is the latest because two MLAs also were expelled out of the TMC over anti-party remarks, anti-party activities as per the TMC Supremo in this case and Abhishek Banerjee in this case. And also, these are the latest political developments because Rita Banerjee has alleged and also Sandeepan Saha have alleged their signatures were forged in a letter that was submitted by the TMC to the Speaker on the nomination of the leader of the opposition. So you can clearly understand that this is the group of MLAs. There was a meeting also that was held and more than 60 out of 80 MLAs even skipped. 60 out of 80 leaders skipped the very important meeting at Mamta Banerjee's residence also. So you can clearly understand the discontent there is among the party workers, among the senior party leaders, and also the way the party cadre is behaving against their own senior leaders, including Abhishek Banerjee, Mamta Banerjee, because of their performance. And wherever the TMC leaders are going, the people are shouting chor chor and they are raising slogans against them. So TMC completely has lost control, lost grip over the state in this case. And the TMC leaders understand this very fact that there is very bleak future for the Trinamool Congress also. There was also a statement by Dilip Ghosh in this case that there will be only two people left in the present Trinamool Congress, that is Mamta Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee, who's referred to as Baipo in this case. Now, because of this expulsion, because of the two MLAs who were expelled from the party as per the party Supremo and Abhishek Banerjee for their anti-party activities, and because also they had lodged a complaint because they alleged that their signatures were forged in this case, and hence the action was taken against them. Now, this has led to many MLAs meeting together. There was also a huddle, a key meeting which happened at last night also, where a decision might have been taken. So we are looking at another Shiv Sena formation in the Trinamool Congress and Mamta Banerjee losing control of her own political party in this case. Now, this is particularly, it refers to, it is because of Rita Banerjee and Saha, who had submitted a written complaint to the Speaker of West Bengal Assembly that the signature in the letter nominating Shobandip Chattopadhyay as the leader of opposition has been forged. So there is forgery involved. So clearly, Shivam, you can understand the details here. Yeah.
Okay, we're getting some reactions coming in, Shivam. Hold on for a second. We're getting some reactions coming in from the BJP as well on this evolving situation.
पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता ममता बनर्जी को प्रोटेस्ट करने नहीं देंगे। ममता बनर्जी का पार्टी का किसी भी कार्यकर्ता, किसी भी एमएलए चाहे किसी होटल में बैठकर अपना गप मनाए तो दूसरा बात है, लेकिन रास्ते पे उतरकर तृणमूल कांग्रेस अभी जनता को फेस करने का स्थिति पे नहीं है। पश्चिम बंगाल का मुख्यमंत्री की भी हालत वही है। उन्होंने कोर्ट पर गई थी, क्या हुआ जनता को मालूम है। तृणमूल कांग्रेस के खिलाफ आवाज उठा रहे हैं, एक दूसरे को पीट रहे हैं। तो ऐसा स्थिति पे ममता जी नजर हटाने के लिए दिल्ली का बात कर रहे हैं। वो दिल्ली आ सकते हैं, वो अंटार्कटिका जा सकते हैं, रेगिस्तान में जा सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकती हो, लेकिन पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता तृणमूल कांग्रेस को नकार दिया है। एक्सेप्टेड, टेस्टेड एंड रिजेक्टेड। The game is
All right, let's go back to my colleague Shivam, who's joining us. Shivam, now we also have the numbers for our viewers, where the numbers will show us who is standing with whom. If you could take our viewers through that. And also, let's talk a little bit about when this news first came in. There was, of course, there was dissent already within the TMC, but when many MLAs did not attend the meeting, which was called by Mamta Banerjee's, when alarm bells started ringing, Shivam.
Discontent, and we were the first to break this news. We were the first to break this discontent which was there among the party leadership, among the party MLAs in this case, and especially it pertains to Abhishek Banerjee, and not exactly against Mamta Banerjee initially, but it also spills towards, and it's a trickle-down effect. It goes on till Mamta Banerjee in this case also, because they were unhappy with the way Abhishek Banerjee was behaving and how the forgery of the signatures also took place, because the leader of opposition was not their choice as per Saha and Ritabrata Banerjee in this case. Now that was exactly the moment when it all started, and this was also highlighted by Shuvendu Adhikari in this case, and they also, the BJP leaders say that nobody wants to stay with the Trinamool Congress in this case, and also because there is a protest that has been planned by the Trinamool Congress, especially Mamta Banerjee, over the recent attacks, over the alleged attacks against Abhishek Banerjee and Kalyan Banerjee in this case, and you can clearly understand that the party leaders won't be joining in that big numbers, because most of them are likely to move away and stake claim over the party, because this is the big scoop that we are having, because you need to have the majority numbers in this case to retain the control over the political party. So this will be a very big, a huge dynamic shift in the politics of West Bengal. So this means that the Trinamool Congress won't just be losing, that Mamta Banerjee won't just be losing this elections only, it will move ahead further towards losing the control of the party, and you can have another Shiva Sena in this regard taking formation, forming, or another NCP that you can see is forming right now as we speak right now. And this is clearly, we were the first to break this news, we were first to report this news, and there was a very important key huddle that happened, and also there was a meeting, a vital, because they're also trying as hard as they can to retain and to keep their party together in this case, and around 60 out of 80 of their leaders did not attend the party meeting. So Shivangi, you can clearly understand that they have already broken ties, and they understand, and they are sitting MLAs who are revolting against. The sitting MLAs were expelled, Rita Bharta Banerjee also, or other, the Saha also in this case, you can clearly understand in this case. So it is about Rita Bharta Banerjee also in this case, and also Mr. Saha initially, who were expelled because of anti-party activities as per Trinamool Congress, and later this discontent went on and all the party leaders came together. There was a key huddle that took place, a key meeting that took place, and now we are looking at how Mamta Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee are losing control over their own political party. Over to you.
That's right, Shivam. Well, thank you for getting us all those details. I also have once more, we'll play out the reaction coming in from the West Bengal BJP on this story.
ममता बनर्जी को प्रोटेस्ट करने नहीं देंगे। ममता बनर्जी का पार्टी का किसी भी कार्यकर्ता, किसी भी एमएलए चाहे किसी होटल में बैठकर अपना गप मनाए तो दूसरा बात है, लेकिन रास्ते पे उतरकर तृणमूल कांग्रेस अभी जनता को फेस करने का स्थिति पे नहीं है। पश्चिम बंगाल का मुख्यमंत्री की भी हालत वही है। उन्होंने कोर्ट पर गई थी, क्या हुआ जनता को मालूम है। तृणमूल कांग्रेस के खिलाफ आवाज उठा रहे हैं, एक दूसरे को पीट रहे हैं। तो ऐसा स्थिति पे ममता जी नजर हटाने के लिए दिल्ली का बात कर रहे हैं। वो दिल्ली आ सकते हैं, वो अंटार्कटिका जा सकते हैं, रेगिस्तान में जा सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकती हो, लेकिन पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता तृणमूल कांग्रेस को नकार दिया है।
Like we're discussing, there's a big political storm brewing inside Bengal TMC. Republic Bangla has accessed documents that allegedly point to a rebellion within the party, with claims that over 20 MLAs, maybe even up to 50 MLAs are unhappy with key decisions taken by the leadership. Take a look at this report.
A massive political storm brewing in West Bengal. Following recent friction within AAP, rumors are now swirling that TMC is on the brink of a major internal breakup. According to a big political scoop by Republic Bangla, a rebel faction of 22 TMC MLAs is reportedly preparing to break away. The unfolding revolt is allegedly being led by Ritabrata Banerjee. Republic has accessed a signed document showing that the rebel faction is openly challenging the decisions made by Abhishek Banerjee-led camp, specifically questioning the choice of the leader of opposition. TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee had written to the Assembly Secretariat nominating Sovandep Chattopadhyay for the post. But Speaker Ratindra Bose insisted that the nomination must be supported by signatures of party MLAs through a formal resolution process. During scrutiny of the submitted documents, alleged discrepancies in several signatures surfaced. The internal friction has intensified following the formation of a SIT tasked with probing an alleged fake signature case tied to the LOP nomination.
इस पार्टी में जो नैतिकता का बात करेंगे वो एंटी पार्टी एक्टिविटीज ही माना जाएगा, क्योंकि दल कोई नैतिक काम करता नहीं है। एक अटेंडेंस शीट को रेजोल्यूशन में बना के, उसको रेजोल्यूशन बना के उस पे जो विधायक उपस्थित नहीं थे उनके नाम ब्लॉक लेटर में लिख के जमा दिया जाता है कि ये है रेजोल्यूशन, इसके द्वारा लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन को मान्यता देना चाहिए। ऐसा विधानसभा के जो आइन है उस आइन को नहीं मानते हुए करना, इसके खिलाफ प्रश्न तो उठाना ही चाहिए। हम लोग शपथ लिए हैं और शपथ को रक्षा करना हम लोग का नैतिक कर्तव्य है। आज अगर नैतिकता के लिए हम लोग को दल से सस्पेंड किया गया है, हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं, क्योंकि अगर नैतिक काम करना हर विधायक का कर्तव्य है, वही हम लोग किए हैं और दल अनैतिक काम को ही समर्थन करता है। आज दल के इस पदक्षेप से ये साफ जाहिर हो चुका है।
Two TMC MLAs, Rituproto Banerjee and Sandipan Shaha, have alleged that no such resolution ever took place or was signed, claiming the entire document is manufactured and fabricated. The TMC has now expelled the two MLAs, citing anti-party activities.
पार्टी का मीटिंग में जब हम लोग दूसरी बार गए थे, वहाँ जब साइन किया गया था तो बोला गया था 19 तारीख मीटिंग है, मगर आप साइन कर रहे हैं, मगर डेट दीजिए 6 तारीख। अगर आप पूछेंगे आप तब क्यों नहीं बोले, इतना हिम्मत नहीं था। फिर जब साइन कर रहे थे तब देखे मैं और संदीपन थोड़ा पीछे साइन किया था, मैंने बाद में, पहले बहुत लोग का साइन हो गया था। देखा ऐसे बहुत सारे नाम हैं जो लोग मीटिंग में नहीं है। अभिषेक बैनर्जी का ऑफिस के कुछ लोग खाता लेकर घूम रहे थे, तो वो लोग ने ये नाम सिग्नेचर वगैरह देखे, जो एमएलए है नहीं उन लोगों का नाम हुआ है। तो हम लोगों को लगा स्पीकर का कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी नहीं होता है, बोला जा रहा है कि हम लोग बीजेपी को मदद कर रहे हैं।
The drama over forged signatures intensifies as TMC Abhishek Banerjee was served with second summon notice by CID after he skipped the first one, citing health reasons. With these recent wedges being created within the party and by its own party members, setback for the TMC seems to have no end.
And viewers, are taking a short break. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Republic gets you the big political scoop. TMC is on the verge of a breakup after many MLAs, up to 50 MLAs, could be breaking away. Stay tuned.
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम। AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him as if he's some kind of a hero, as if he's achieved something great.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी.
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma, who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 30...
Kiriwala Singh and Samar Singh, they are now being brought back to their house again for this particular recreation.
तुषा का एक डमी डेड बॉडी बनाई जिसे फंदे पर लटकाया गया.
Live pictures coming in. First and exclusive on Republic TV. A CBI team arrived carrying a dummy body. We can clearly see that Samarth is at the scene. And we also understand there's a lot of focus on the belt.
अभी लाइव तस्वीरों में आप देखिए समर्थ से कुछ पूछताछ हो रही है. सीबीआई के अफसर उससे पूछ रहे हैं कि कैसे उतारा या कितनी नोट थी इस फंदे पर.
Nature, the distribution and the pattern, what we say, of those injuries definitely doesn't correspond to the so-called accidental in nature. It is a non-accidental injuries we call. That means maybe a resulting out of a so-called an assault. So that will definitely be substantiated by the statement given. If there is a discrepancy, again the witnesses will turn out to be suspects or so-called accused.
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं.
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा. रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी से बना.
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं. रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी बार एकदम सॉलिड.
I want to start with some very disturbing pictures that have come in of a so-called right-wing leader. His name is Sushil Prajapati. He's accused of rape. After being in jail for 9 months, he gets bail, which means he's still an accused. He's an accused in a rape case. And the case goes back to 2025 when he took an LLB student to one place on the pretext of introducing her to a senior advocate. He drugged her drink and then he sexually assaulted her. He is still under trial for rape. He has not been released. But when he comes out, this rape accused, garlands are put on him
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ। सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार, विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
In fact, very often I believe the only way to get justice in India is a media trial. So there's no reason for the media, if it's doing a good job of a media trial, to be on the back foot. In fact, the courts should stop making these overarching remarks about media trial and contemplate about one very basic thing. With the greatest of respect to the courts, when the other institutions fail, when people get let down by the system, when even the judiciary does not seem to be listening or raising a noise about issues, like in the case of Twisha Sharma, who does the public look to for justice, for raising their voice, for bringing something that's utterly false, illegal or wrong to public attention? It is only and only the media. And today, therefore, we are doing a media trial in this specific case, ladies and gentlemen, of Twisha Sharma, the 33-year-old daughter-in-law of an ex-judge, in a case where the ex-judge and the ex-judge's advocate's son appear to be more than involved. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 questions tonight. And if they think it's a media trial, so be it. So be it. Why did the ex-judge in the case of Twisha Sharma, neither she nor her son call a police or an ambulance? What took them 57 minutes to bring the body down? Where are the 3 men who are seen in the video dragging Twisha's body, destroying evidence? What was the police doing? Did they question the house staff? Did they question the judge? Was Twisha carrying headphones in her bag, in her hand, or a rope? Where is it now? Where is that so-called belt that cops claim was used by her to commit suicide? Why was it hidden? The mother-in-law, the ex-judge, walks up calmly while the body is being dragged down and evidence is being destroyed before the judge's eyes. Is that normal? Why don't the judges raise a hue and cry about it? Why don't the appellate courts take up this case suo motu? So people don't start believing that when an ex-judge is concerned, the victim will never get justice. Ladies and gentlemen, what was the ex-judge carrying in her hand when she went down? Where is all the CCTV footage? Did the police collect it? Why did the ex-judge's son Samarth Singh escape after bringing the body of his wife to AIMS? Is it true that the ex-judge's son's medical examination was not conducted? The police station is right behind the ex-judge's Giribala's house. Why was no call made? Why did it take 5 days to file an FIR in the case? Who stalled it?
Giribala Singh and Samar Singh, they are now being brought back to their house again for this particular recreation.
तुषा का एक डमी डेड बॉडी बनाई जिसे फंदे पर लटकाया गया.
Live pictures coming in, first and exclusive on Republic TV. A CBI team arrived carrying a dummy body. We can clearly see that Samarth is at the scene, and we also understand there's a lot of focus on the belt.
अभी लाइव तस्वीरों में आप देखिए समर्थ से कुछ पूछताछ हो रही है कि सीबीआई के अफसर उससे पूछ रहे हैं कि कैसे उतारा या कितनी नोट थी इस फंदे पर.
Nature, the distribution and the pattern, what we say, of those injuries definitely doesn't correspond to the so-called accidental in nature. It is a non-accidental injuries we call. That means maybe a resulting out of a so-called an assault. So that will definitely be substantiated by the statement given. If there is a discrepancy, again the witnesses will turn out to be suspects or so-called accused.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Thank you for joining us on the live report. It's 12 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. And this is our headline. The Trinamool Congress is going to break up. The Trinamool Congress, with 80 MLAs in the West Bengal Assembly, is on the verge of a split. Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee are going to lose the party. In all likelihood, about 50 MLAs. 50 MLAs are required to stake claim to the symbol, and they're going to do that in the next 2 days. We have some exclusive details on the show. Here are the headlines. Trinamool Congress to break up on the lines of Shiva Sena, with 50 MLAs likely to break away from the party and stake claim to the symbol. They will be the real Trinamool. Sources tell Republic over 50 MLAs likely to write a letter to the Speaker staking claim to the Trinamool Congress symbol. It's happening real time. Samarth Giribala grilled for over 72 hours. The accused mother-son duo remains silent on bruises on Twisha's body. The story is getting interesting. We have some details. Annamalai beats BJP chief Nitin Nabin as resignation becomes real. He wants to part ways. He sought time to meet the Home Minister. Another big Republic scoop. Annamalai seeks time to meet the Home Minister after meeting the BJP president. Okay, so we are waiting for some more details, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime now, we are hearing in the course of the next 24 to 48 hours. And the story is moving really, really fast. Hours after two MLAs of the Trinamool Congress, namely Sandeepan Saha and Ritabrata Banerjee, wrote claiming that there is a faction with the Trinamool Congress that is forging signatures, that is putting their own people in key opposition posts. A large section of the Trinamool Congress MLAs, nearly 50 of them, we are told, 50 of the 80 MLAs last night have met in Kolkata and have been holding meetings in the last 24 to 48 hours. And in the next 1 or 2 days, they could be meeting the Speaker, they could be submitting a letter to the Speaker, and they could be staking claim. They want to break away. We are hearing they want to break away. Stories moving fast. Very similar to what happened in Maharashtra in the year 2022, when Uddhav Thackeray lost his party and Eknath Shinde took over. When Eknath Shinde took over the Shiva Sena, similarly, Trinamool Congress, 50 Trinamool Congress MLAs have met Sandeepan Saha and Ritabrata Banerjee, and they could be submitting letters to the Speaker. And Mamata Banerjee facing a real threat of losing her party. It is a real threat that she could be losing her party, just like Uddhav Thackeray lost his party. Now, this is the big breaking news update that we have. Let me see if Kishore is joining us live from the Republic Bangla newsroom. Republic Bangla broke that story yesterday of the letter. They accessed the letters of Ritabrata Banerjee and also Sandeepan Saha. Kishore, this is a big story. How many MLAs? Do we have an exact number? And what's the situation?
Well, we are getting updates about this story, Niranjan, and we are getting to know right now.
Kishore, be with me. Kishore, 1 minute, 1 second. Sorry to interrupt you there. Be with me. Riju Datta is joining us on the phone line. Riju, are you there? Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon.
So, Riju, this is Niranjan here. What is the situation? What do you know about... let's put the phono plate of Riju, please. Riju, what is the situation? How many MLAs have met? Where did they meet? And what is the plan?
See, what I had come to know is that after the Chief Minister of West Bengal, in his press conference, said that in the sign forgery case, two MLAs of Trinamool Congress, Ritabrata Bandopadhyay and Sandeepan Saha, they have complained to the Honorable Speaker of the House. Trinamool Congress expelled both of them. And after that, we have seen a press conference by MLA Mr. Kunal Ghosh, who said that I request MLAs with folded hands that don't listen to Ritabrata Bandopadhyay. And then I found out that almost 50 MLAs, can be more, can be less, have met and spoken with Ritobroto Bandyopadhyay and Sandipatan Saha sometime in the afternoon in a hotel in Ruby, and then they met and had a meeting in MLA hostel in the evening. And they are planning to go to the speaker today or tomorrow, saying that we are the real Trinamool with 2/3 majority. We don't agree to Shobhandev Chattopadhyay as the leader of opposition. Our leader of opposition is Ritobroto Bandyopadhyay. And the third claim is, I think that claim has to be addressed by the election commission, but the third claim is that because we are the 2/3 majority of the party, this symbol of Trinamool Congress belongs to us. So this is the Shiv Sena Maharashtra model.
Now, Riju, who's going to lead this? Who's going to lead this faction?
Ritobroto Bandyopadhyay.
So he's going to be the face of this Trinamool.
Yes.
He's going to take over the
Trinamool. Apparently,
he'll stake claim to the
Trinamool.
He'll stake claim to the symbol.
I mean, this is what is happening. Now, obviously, there are a lot of people talking from Trinamool Congress also. So let's see how it materializes. First, the information was today, probably at 12:31, they will be going to the speaker. Now I am hearing it might be deferred to tomorrow. But let's see what happens. This is the story.
Okay. And which side are you on?
I am a common human being. I am grateful to Republic TV for giving a common man like me a chance on TV to speak my piece.
Are you also with Ritobroto Banerjee?
I am with Bengal and the people of Bengal. Right now, I do not have a political color.
Okay, Riju Datta, turncoat. Riju Datta, thank you. We'll speak again.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll speak again. Turncoat there. Now, before the election results came in, he was saying, let's go to Kishale. Very interesting times. I mean, how quickly everyone is flipped, Kishale. It's changed so suddenly in Bengal.
Well, Niranjan, I'll give you a name. Javed Khan has been with the TMC since eternity, was a strong man of Mamata Banerjee, and was a person who was supporting Abhishek Banerjee Bhaipo. He is also having a meeting or having conversation with Ritobroto Banerjee, is what we are getting to know from our sources. Javed Khan, who won entirely by a good margin of votes, is now also going out of hand. So only a small number of leaders, including Madan Mitro, Firhad Hakim, Shobhandev Chatterjee, probably or probably not Kunal Ghosh, a few of these leaders would remain as TMC MLAs. But if the symbol goes out of their hand, we are getting to know from our sources, which is highly probable because a huge number of MLAs, about 50 to 60, that number is swinging between this 50 and 60 digits. So we don't exactly know whether it's 55, 58, 60, 52, but it's something between 50 to 60. So if that number of MLAs are supporting Ritobroto, he's going to get the symbol of Ghashful, those two flowers and the grass. So if he gets the symbol, then these few MLAs who remain with Bhaipo Abhishek, they will be independent MLAs now because the symbol will be lost to them. So something like Maharashtra is playing up here. The new faction is going to gather very soon. That is what we are getting to know. As Riju Datta Turncoat was also saying, as you rightly pointed out, that it's very soon it's going to happen that these new faction will write to the speaker today or tomorrow, after which they will be claiming the symbol as well, and the MLAs who remain with Bhaipo Abhishek will be independent MLAs then, probably. Niranjan.
Okay. Now, just one more question, Kishale. What is, to all our viewers watching, what is the genesis of this? There was a letter. You had the letter. We broke that letter with the signatures of these two leaders, right? Now, is the crux of the issue the fact that they forged signatures, or is the crux of the issue that people don't like Abhishek Banerjee?
Well, I think not even a single TMC leader, MP, MLA, whoever is it, except Mamata Banerjee likes Abhishek Banerjee Bhaipo. No one likes him. This is the truth and he has to face it. He is a hated character. He is a hated person all over West Bengal, including the common people of West Bengal, the electorate, the electors, and the ones who are elected. Everyone dislikes him, hated person. So now this letter was just a reason to explode right now. He has forged signatures of his own party MLAs. Bhaipo Abhishek, Chor Bhaipo. People of West Bengal call him Thief Bhaipo, Thief Nephew. So he is a hated character. He is also a coward character. He's hiding in his Pishi's house, in his aunt's house right now, because CID is after him. Because of this forged letter, he could be forged signature, he could be arrested. So he is the main reason why TMC is breaking up. He was the reason why Shubhendu Adhikari left TMC. He was the reason why Shonkudev Ponda left TMC. He was the reason why Shajol Ghosh left TMC. He was the reason why Taposh Roy left TMC. He was the reason why everyone left TMC, including Mukul Roy, when he left. So he is the reason. He is the hated person. This is the truth. I'm really telling you the truth, not really being biased. This is the truth. In fact, Abhishek Banerjee is the reason why the TMC is breaking up.
Well, what a crazy time to be, watching this, because, we saw, in the case of, it was just around the time when Republic Bangla had launched. I don't know whether you remember, Kishale, around the time that we were in the Bangla newsroom and the breakup of Shiva Sena was happening real time when they moved to Guwahati. So it is such a deja vu to see the same thing happening in Bengal when Mamata Banerjee herself, just like Uddhav Thackeray, is losing her party. So, is she prepared? Is it real? The number, one last question, is it how many MLAs met last night? Where did they meet? And are all of these MLAs, are they playing to a plan? They need 52. Do they have 52?
Well, about Uddhav Thackeray, I would like to point out, Niranjan, it's really a deja vu situation, as you rightly pointed out. But Uddhav Thackeray still had support of a few MLAs with him, a few leaders with him. He still had that. I think Abhishek Banerjee, Bhaipo, Chor Bhaipo, has support of only 2 or 3 MLAs, but they also hate him. They are supporting him just because of Mamata Banerjee. So this is a different situation because no one likes Abhishek Banerjee. No one likes him. This is a sad situation. But the matter of the fact is, yesterday night in MLA hostel in Kolkata, where all the MLAs reside, there was a meeting with Ritobroto Banerjee, Shondipan Saha, and other 30 to 35 MLAs were present in that meeting. We are getting to know from our sources. However, they have support of about 60 MLAs. 50 to 60 is the number they are saying. They will be coming out with that number by today evening or tomorrow morning. We are waiting for that. But surely, we saw Mamata Banerjee called a meeting 2 days back at her residency of the TMC MLAs. Only 16 turned up. Only 16 out of 80. Which makes it clear that only 16 to 20 MLAs are with the TMC. Probably even less than that if it breaks up.
What a story. Republic Bangla, right on top of that story. In fact, they've been breaking every angle of the Trinamool Congress breakup. Thank you, Kishale, for joining us. Here's what the BJP is saying. The BJP says their door is closed to the Trinamool Congress. Is it really closed? Take a listen.
करने नहीं देंगे। ममता बनर्जी का पार्टी का किसी भी कार्यकर्ता, किसी भी एमएलए चाहे किसी होटल में बैठकर अपना गप मनाए तो दूसरा बात है, लेकिन रास्ते पे उतरकर तृणमूल कांग्रेस अभी जनता को फेस करने का स्थिति पे नहीं है। पश्चिम बंगाल का मुख्यमंत्री की भी हालत वही है। उन्होंने कोर्ट पर गई थी, क्या हुआ जनता को मालूम है। तृणमूल कांग्रेस के खिलाफ आवाज उठा रहे हैं, एक दूसरे को पीट रहे हैं। तो ऐसा स्थिति पे ममता जी नजर हटाने के लिए दिल्ली का बात कर रहे हैं। वो दिल्ली आ सकते हैं, वो अंटार्कटिका जा सकते हैं, रेगिस्तान में जा सकते हैं, कुछ भी कर सकती हो, लेकिन पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता तृणमूल कांग्रेस को नकार दिया है। एक्सेप्टेड, टेस्टेड एंड रिजेक्टेड। द गेम इज ओवर। पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता ममता बनर्जी को प्रोटेस्ट करने नहीं देंगे। ममता बनर्जी का पार्टी का किसी भी कार्यकर्ता, किसी भी एमएलए चाहे किसी होटल में बैठकर अपना गप मनाए तो दूसरा बात है, लेकिन रास्ते पे उतरकर तृणमूल कांग्रेस अभी जनता को फेस करने का स्थिति पे नहीं है। पश्चिम बंगाल का मुख्यमंत्री की भी हालत वही है। उन्होंने कोर्ट पर गई थी, क्या हुआ जनता को मालूम है। तृणमूल कांग्रेस के खिलाफ आवाज उठा रहे हैं।
Ladies and gentlemen, the next story we're getting you is from Bhopal. The story of Twisha, the investigation into Twisha's death continues. And on Monday, the CBI team took Giribala, the judge, and her son Samarth to Giribala's residence to the crime scene to recreate the crime scene. And we are now told that Giribala was unusually silent yesterday when the CBI questioned her and her son about the bruises and the injuries on the body of Twisha. Meanwhile, there's a breaking news update coming in. The CBI has presented the ex-judge Giribala in court, and there is breaking news also coming in that the CBI has not sought custody. The CBI, we are hearing, has not sought further remand of Giribala and Samarth. This is a breaking news update coming in. They were both produced in court. The CBI team reached court with both Samarth Singh and Giribala. We have a video coming in of them being presented in court. The police remand is ending in court today. The Giribala and Samarth could be both sent to jail. Now, these are details we are picking up. CBI is not seeking Giribala's custody. That's a video that's coming in. It's an exclusive video from the court premises of Giribala being presented. Giribala, the judge, being presented today in court. A brief video. Of course, her team there and some of the officers of the CBI not allowing the media to shoot any video there. But we have the video anyway. That's Giribala in court. The CBI may not seek her custody. We are also getting in details of what Giribala said or didn't to the CBI. We have some details coming in. I'd like to go across also to Satya Vijay joining us with the details. Satya Vijay, if you're there. Shivam is joining us live. Okay, Shivam, some of the questions asked to her were reportedly on the bruises, the injuries, the anti-mortem injuries. There were at least 7 blunt force injuries to her body, which she has not been able to explain at all. Now, this is significant.
Definitely, it's significant. And they even asked that who had the access to the CCTV footages after the crime, and why did they exactly take her to AIIMS hospital when there were many hospitals nearby? Who took this decision of taking her to AIIMS hospital, and who was the first one to meet them, or were they accompanied by somebody when they were taking her to the AIIMS hospital also? Now, there were very important questions in this case also. The very important question that should be highlighted that was asked in the questions among many was that why were you living separately while living together even after being married, and did you know more about each other, and why exactly there was a demand of 2 lakh rupees by Giribala during the wedding day, and also they also transferred 7 lakh rupees to Twisha's account, and they also questioned Giribala and Samarth what exactly was the reason of transferring 7 lakh rupees to the account of Twisha, and were you also interested in transferring the shares of Twisha to your own? That's also one of the questions that were asked. Now, these were 72 hours and 72 hours of grilling, and the 72 important questions which were raised. They even went on to the history. When exactly did you meet Twisha in this case? And how were your relations? Was there any scuffle between you? Were you fighting over some issue? And was she, when you knew that she was mentally harassed, what exactly was whose decision was it to take the decision of abortion in this case? And when you knew that she was distressed and her morale was down, what exactly did you do to boost her morale in this case? How did you support? So there were many questions, and they were matching the questions with the previous replies. Now, these are some questions are the same questions which have been previously asked by the police and also by the SIT. Now, CBI is the elite organization which knows how to handle such tough cases, and also we must understand the very fact that Giribala is a crime scene management expert in this case. Now, also let's go to other big questions that have been asked. Now, because there was also a question that whose child was this? This was asked in a chat to Twisha in this case.
One second. You know, there is also this narrative. I'll tell you something. There is this narrative that they're trying to spread, and this narrative is trying to, they're trying to spread this narrative, especially from Giribala's side, their lawyers, their teams, to try and question Twisha's character about the child, etc. I don't think we should get into that. That is really wrong. That would be just taking forward the agenda of character assassination. We should not be doing that. In fact, there were stories that were planted as well about a third person, etc. We should not be doing that right now. That would be injustice. But what I want to focus on is the injuries.